Hello everyone, and welcome to Roll Together. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Josh, I use he, him pronouns, and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. As you can see, I am joined by some amazing people. They're absolutely lovely people. Big hearts to all of them. If I can't see if they're doing it themselves, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to ask each of them to introduce themselves now, although don't introduce your character just yet. We'll get to that in a little bit. I think I'm going to start with asking Ali to introduce themselves.
Me? No, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Ali. I go by they, them pronouns and shenanigans. That's how I'm going to say. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. I love that. Sean?
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him pronouns, and I am going to say order. I'm going to be keeping this group on the rails.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Talia?
Hello, Talia, she, her pronouns. I missed the word prompt, but
Is it missed?
Yeah, missed.
Positivity.
We love a bit of positivity. And
Whether
then,
you like it or not.
whether we like it or not. And then finally, everybody's favourite Chaos Gremlin, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. I use he, him. Turns out I'm the Chaos Goblin. Surprise! I had my secret identity outed. I've been fighting crime all these years, and now maybe the word, goblin. There you go. Don't turn that into anything else. Just the word goblin.
Your villain,
Surely.
your famous villain is the Roper, not the Joker.
Oh, that Roper.
Oh, that Roper.
Naughty situation, eh?
Anyway, thank you everybody for introducing yourselves. For those of you in chat that normally watch us on a Monday, Tuesday or Friday, you might be wondering, why are we streaming on a Sunday? I can tell you why. That's because we have teamed up with some other amazing TTRPG streamers over this weekend to help raise money for Take This. Now, Take This is a charity whose mission is to increase support for mental health in the game community and inside the game industry as a whole. Their vision is a game community that welcomes and supports people experiencing mental health challenges, and that recognizes the humanity and mental health of game creators. There is a link in chat that will take you to their page where they go into more detail about all of that. And if you type !charity, which will also appear in chat now, you'll find a donation link as well. If you're able to make a donation, that would be fantastic. So this adventure that we are going to be doing, we'll see a group of adventurers sent out on a hunt for their local town, although it's not going to be that simple. It sounds like your typical hack and slash adventure one-shot thing, but there are some twists and turns, as you might see in the name. But for the moment, let's have a word from our sponsors and supporters. Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check their entire selection, and if you put !dice in the chat right now, you can enter yourself into a raffle with the chance to win some dice for yourself.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can join for as little as one of your local currencies by following the link in chat or in the description below. Our D20 Club are the best. They have created a fan Discord for us, as well as a wiki page to keep track of all the Roll Together stories. Well, you can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a cross-platform Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, games, and live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Oh, there's also a code in the overlay below. Enter it in-game and you'll get yourself a delicious free Electrum chest.
Check out our amazing supporters at Elderwood Academy, who make beautifully crafted gaming-themed accessories, including spellbook deck boxes disguised as ancient arcane tomes, hex chest dice boxes, and scroll and codex dice towers and rolling tray pairings. You can make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
You can find us across social media by searching for Roll Together RPG or by following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and you want to see our previous episodes, you can catch up straight afterwards on Twitch, YouTube, or your favourite podcast provider by searching for Roll Together RPG. Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
And with that all said and done, let's begin our tale. Hello, I'm the Toymaker. Now, don't get me confused with any other celestial creatures that have recently appeared in a popular TV show, although I could be almost that powerful, I suppose. Anyway, I was meant to be part of this all-powerful group within the Roll Together universe known as the Question Masters, but they rejected me. I'm not bitter about it. I just wish all of them unending misery. Anyway, I've taken what I've learned from the Roll Together documentaries, as those sad saps like to call them, and crafted my own little world away from Toyworld, Faerun, and all of that nonsense. They're pesky little gods and that troublesome IP issues that all come with it. And my creations get to tell their own stories, and they see me as their god. Now that I've had that opportunity to introduce myself to everybody, I'm going to pass you to our little DM and ta-ra, love. Yeah, right. Thanks, Toymaker. He was fun, weren't he? Anyway, I hope everybody's all right after that ordeal. Our story takes place in the Crossroads town of Miniville. Each of you, as players, have travelled here for their own reasons. And when you arrived in the town, it wasn't long before you were swept up into the town's very many issues, whether it be fetch quest or hunting monsters, gathering materials, all of that nonsense. You've done it all, and you've all been here for about a month. And today, each of you have been called to meet the mayor of the town, Stuff. His name is Stuffstack. Mayor Stuffstack, and he lives and resides in the Stuff and Fluff Inn, and he wants to talk to each of you about a hunt that is come up on the job board. Starting with Tom, can each of you please introduce your characters, what they're doing right now, and what they look like? Oh, I should also point out, of course, that you and everything around all of you are toys, so go crazy with what you want to look like, please. It's
okay, so I want you to picture like a doll, like maybe other dolls are available, but a certain Barbara doll that someone has made of a beautiful woman, sort of bluish skin, fun buns, beautiful dress. Cool. Someone's decided to take that, just dunk it in some green paint, change the hair up, stick a horn on one side, put a hat, put some robes on, and this is Zelly. Some of you may say, hey, does that not sound like another paladin? Shh! She's undercover! She's a secret paladin! So she doesn't have any armor. She doesn't have a sword because she's a peace paladin. She is also supported by the most beautiful horse in all the realms. A horse that is much smaller than her, is pink, and has had a beautiful mark on its bottom, very hastily scrubbed out. And this is Star Trail. So Zelly's job is to go around the towns trying to say, hey everyone, let's be friends and work together. And then they throw Zelly down some stairs, and Zelly gets back up and won't leave until everyone is best friends. It's a hard time, but praise the Toymaker that she has resilience. So yes, she has resolved a minor conflict in the tavern where people weren't sharing their jelly beans, and it almost came to blows. And then Zelly got thrown out of a window, but she's back now, and everyone's sharing their jelly beans. And then that's the point where the mayor has invited her and her best friend, the horse, up to talk to them.
As you both step into the Stuff and Fluff Inn, just to paint a little bit of a picture for you, it's larger than what you would probably find in a normal inn. That's because there are animals that also come into the bar as well. So Star Trail is more than welcome to come in. They are able to sit at the table with you if you so wish. And there are a number of picture porcelain ventriloquist type dolls, but instead of them being made out of porcelain and with stuffing and all that, they're made out of pure wood and they're unpainted. They're all walking around with trays in their hands, and they're handing them out to each of the patrons that are currently at the bar. You walk right over to a far room where you open it up and walk inside, and Mayor Stuffstack is sat at the table eating some food. Although you are toys, you still do need to eat, sleep, drink, and all of that sort of stuff. Mayor Stuffstack is a furbolg. He looks like a furbolg. He's big and fluffy, like a Care Bear type, big, fluffy, plushy type toy with big, leafy type fluffy ears, wearing a suit that looks like it's probably 3 times too big for him. It's the shirt bit sort of drags down over his knees. You can't see if he's wearing trousers, but hopefully he is. But yeah, and he is bright green.
You say that like I was looking. When she walks into anyone, he was like, "Are they wearing trousers?"
Well, they're sat on a chair to the point where they're quite, because of their size, they're raised up a bit, so their feet stick up the edge of the chair and are like pushed up against the table, so you can see their green legs, and you can see the shirt and all that. So
Look, we need to do 5 more minutes about who doesn't wear clothes, but plot, yeah. And yes, of course, Star Trail's going to take a chair. Very rude for you not to offer.
Star Trail's off of the chair, and you both sit down. Next into the Stuff and Fluff Inn, we have Ali.
So you will see, imagine one of those like plastic toys that you put in a fish bowl. Is lionfish in the red tones, but somebody has stuck arms and legs from a Barbie. So yeah, it's very eclectic style what we have here, and have some indumentary like random items here and there that resemble like a crownish made of shells, and something that looks like a mace, probably mace and a shield. But it's really weird to see this fish just with hands and legs. Somebody has also put a little bit of lipstick on the fish, and this is Lorana. And Lorana is being here out of duty from hunting work sharks, maybe somewhere. But now they just are providing some counseling and therapy for the people in town, and healing for our paladin.
There's definitely been a need for that with all of the issues that the town's been having with various different attacks and monster sightings and livestock going missing and all that sort of stuff. So you've been kept busy in your time. And
I imagine there's a lot of post-traumatic stress management there. We do group therapy and venting and distressing.
And as you walk into the Stuff and Fluff Inn, you are instantly greeted by pretty much everybody in there. You would know everybody by name. If you ask me to name everybody, I will kill your character. But no, all joking aside, you know that all of the wooden waiters that are walking around, they're all called Widow. Widow 1, Widow 2, Widow 3, Widow 4 sort of thing. So they're all part of the same sort of hive network. But there are other patrons around who have been to you and who have spoken to you, been to you for one-on-one sessions, been with you in group sessions and all of that, and you are quickly led to the back room where you will see Zelly, Star Trail, and Mayor Stuffstack, who you've also had one-on-one sessions with. And as you walk in, Mayor Stuffstack gives you a big grin on their face and, "Oh yes, please sit down. Oh yes, yes, yes. He did also say that to Zelly as well, but I forgot to do it. So, oh yes, please sit down."
No, it is the fate of Zelly to constantly be forgotten. I'm fine.
Sorry, what did you say?
So Lorena goes, "It's so wonderful to see you again," and opens her arms and is gonna give a hug to Star Trek, obviously. And
Picks you up in a big hug, big massive hug, big bear hug.
And starts just like probably taking some what's it called, leaves from the main from Star Trek, just trying to make it beautiful, and just give a look to Sally like, "Oh, you're right.
Hello, Lorena. Good to see you.
Good to see you again. Yes, last time you were a mess, but it's good to see that you healed completely."
She just has a bruise down this. I'm not sure how a doll bruises, but. And again, folks, this is not unusual. People constantly forget about Sally. Also, Star Trek, most beautiful horse in all the realms. We're going to keep reiterating it. Look at that mane. So pink. So plasticky.
Well kept, well brushed. Yeah. And as we all look at Star Trail's absolutely exquisite mane, Sean, could you introduce your character, please?
Yeah, of course. So you see a turtle that one might recognize as Old Georgie, except that Old Georgie appears to have been made by stripping the paint off of a well-known brand of hero turtle miniatures, with the kind of multi-pose screw arms and all of that, and then kind of hastily repainted and given a flat cap made of putty. It's really just blue tack that's just been kind of stuck on for long enough that it's semi-solid. And accompanying Old Georgie, as always, is a little kind of draw back, let go, speed off type toy. Little kind of probably a cat toy, actually, probably little mouse or rat, who is always there, in case you weren't sure.
Always there. You enter into the Stuff and Fluff Inn and are quickly whisked to the back, where you are also greeted by Mayor Stuffstack and told to sit down. The three of you are sat there for a while, having a conversation, and there's a bit of a shimmer and shake, and the players will sort of come into themselves for a moment, and we'll see Tom, Ali, and Sean sat there as the toy maker goes, "Yeah, right, so this next one is a real problem maker, right? I've had to wait for them to go to sleep in order for them to come along, because there's only one of them in existence, and I had to make a deal with their mum in order to get them to come, but they're really fun. So anyway, right, just watch them. They're a bit chaotic, all right?" And as the sun begins to set, in walks Talia's character.
No, actually, Talia.
Just Talia.
Talia in a room full of toys. Hello, all.
Your hands are just always present, moving Karen along.
Yeah.
Just slight indentations in the shoulders. Hi! It's really fun. You see, there's a giant plush squirrel kind of just makes its way through the portal. Just so, like, velvety soft fur. You can see, like, lovingly darned together in places, and then just kind of raising out of it, you see kind of one of those stretch toys you used to have in the 90s, where you could just pull their limbs really far to quite disconcerting levels. And it's just, Karen just pops her head over going, I've been invited on a play date so I can make some friends. Hello.
Hello.
Just as the portal closes, you watch as a very nicely dressed kobold sticks its head through the portal, and it looks like a kobold on the other side of the portal. As it sticks its nose through, its nose has started to turn into some sort of scaled plastic, and Gatekeeper goes, have fun, be good.
Oh, well,
This isn't my normal voice, but I've got a bit of a cough. See you later.
take some honey and lemon tea. Okay. Oh, you're gone. Okay.
Oh, kobold with a cold.
With a cold.
Chippy, can I get... Chippy, you have to... No, I have to get down.
Chippy's not used to this, but gets down and lets you climb on.
My name's Karen. It's really nice to meet you. And then goes to greet every single person in the room and disconcertingly for Zelly just goes and shakes her hand and stares her straight in the eyes. It's really nice to meet you. You seem like a really lovely person.
I am going to make an intent to see if Zelly's going to cry.
Inside check.
Lorena's like, it's not nice to meet me.
You can make an insight check, and you can make a cry check.
Rolled a 19, where Zelly's like, good to meet you. Look at Star Trek going, oh God. Go on, Lorena.
15. What's going on here?
What's going?
I said, it just really is nice to meet nice people. And also sometimes people feel like they're left on the outside, and what you want to do is open up and let them in, and then they can feel more comfortable being themselves. You have to take the first step to make sure that everyone feels appreciated.
That's a very good advice. It's just that sometimes Sally do that in the wild, and she end up being hurt. You know, it's not the same like open up in a bar, then open up in the wild, and suddenly Albert is chasing you.
That seems like fun.
Stuff stack, Karen, stands up, towers over you, probably your toys, so you are toy size, but we'll keep it to real life dimensions just to make things easier, because trying to figure out the size of a stuffed Care Bear type toy compared to the size of an action figure type thing is going to be annoying. This thing is about 8 feet tall, and
Just call the feet inches.
oh yeah, inches. So just
Boom!
8 inches tall, and just
Imperial.
grabs you and lifts you up with Chippy and just gives both of you a big squeeze. And he smells like mint. It's a very minty smell to him, and he just, and you also got that smell as well, Lorna, with as he sort of shakes around and plonks you down in your chairs. He's like, oh yes, Karen, it's good to see you again. And Chippy, you've gotten bigger since the last time I've seen you. You've met everybody. Could you please introduce yourselves to Karen?
I'm Georgie. Old Georgie, people often call me, because I'm not young.
Wrong, Georgie.
What?
You do. I know you, but you're wrong. That's not a fault on you. I think that's a fault on the world. Multiverses are very confusing.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm going to roll an existential crisis check.
Yes.
Lorna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Lorana. A healer, I think. Yeah, you can tell that. Nice to meet you. If you need anything, just let me know, and I'll try to help.
And Zelly.
My name is Zelly. I am I try to help. I am a problem solver. Oh, and
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
Star Trail, the most beautiful horse in all the all
Oh,
the
yes.
realms.
Oh, Chippy, say hello to Star Trail. This is Chippy. He is like the best squirrel in the multiverse.
The horse gives you a very withering look. I said he is very beautiful and very conceited about it.
I suppose while we're introducing companions, this is Robert.
Oh,
Robert, don't say much.
I'm going to try and speak in dragon hat to go, hello? Hello, can you remember? Are you or are you a different you?
What is going on?
So for us, Karen has just started growling at Robert. Look at the mayor and very slowly does some.
I don't know.
This version of Georgie doesn't speak Draconic either. Only speaks Aquan and Common. So it's like, pardon me. Sorry, did you have a curry?
No, I don't have curries.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh, I like them, but I only have to have them when you have time to settle down and appreciate the spices and the flavors and the culture it's come from. And I move around a lot.
Speaking to a connoisseur.
I like stuff. I like meeting new people. You are all very nice.
I also want to introduce my companion, and Lorena reaches from a pocket a shell that has two googly eyes and a smile with marker. This is Shelly.
Oh, hello, Shelley. Says
Shelly
Claire.
feels very odd looking. And Lorena tried to ventriculize, hi guys, but it's really bad. It's really bad. Like, you absolutely know that this, sorry, but yeah, Lorena doesn't want to be the only one without a companion.
Ali.
But Ali don't want to be the only one without a companion.
That's fair. That's fair. I think it was a case of I asked everybody to choose a character and that you would all be toys, and everyone went with two characters so they could have two toys, which is fair.
What's the best kind of toy? More toys.
Yeah.
They come as a pair.
Now that
in
you're
one
all
big
here,
box.
Multi-pack.
Yeah.
No, they are sold by separately.
More money.
toys sold separately. Mayor Stuffstack, he sits there and watches you all greet each other. He's got a massive grin on his face. You watch as he dips into one of his pockets and pulls out a monocle, sticks it onto his face, and he has to proper push it in, and so it sort of sits in place. And right, yes, so the reason why I've called all of you here, and he puts his hands on his mitts on his shirt, making it look like he's holding it, but he can't quite grip it. The reason why I've called you all here is because we've had a bit of an incident recently. There has, I know before you all say it, I know there's been a lot of incidences in Miniville for the past month or so, but this one's a big incident, so it requires us to call the big guns, which is all of you. Anyway, so what it is they're in the Mist Forest, which is just outside the town. There is a farm. It's called Red River Farm, and the farmer there has been having issues with his livestock. They've been going missing. Now the Red River is attached to the Red River Lake, and there has been sightings of a creature hovering around in the Red River. Now, it's a big creature. We're not quite sure how big or exactly what it is, but it makes loud noises at night, and then the farmer wakes up in the morning and his livestock have gone. Some of them have gone anyway. Some of them have got chunks missing out of them. So, yes, we'd like to send all of you to go and investigate and, if possible, stop this creature, whatever it is, from taking the farmer's livestock. Do you have any questions?
Oh, you go first. It's fine.
What type of livestock are they?
So they would be the type of livestock that you would keep at a farm. So that would be, I think it's cows and sheep and horses. Looks at Trailblazer and other things. There's unicorns and pigs and flying pigs and Pegasuses and abyssal chickens and chickens, all those sorts of things.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, and all the creatures are being attacked, not just the chickens.
No, it's all the creatures. Depends on how many there are and where they're kept. Some of them are sometimes kept inside, depending on the season. Others are kept outside at night, again depending on the season. So, as far as I'm aware, I'm not that good on farming, but I'm guessing that's how it works. There's also been reports of goblins in the woods as well, so you need to be careful of that. Not the friendly kind.
What do these world's goblins look like? Are they just little green dudes? Are they?
So picture the the little green toy soldiers from Toy Story and more you find them anywhere. They look like that. They've all got those. Their feet are attached to those platforms, and they are little green goblins with think of like if you were to buy an actual D&D goblin mini, it looks like that. They look like that.
Audience, if any of you are good at drawing, there are so many things we'd like to see art of.
And they're completely green. They wear clothes, but all of they're literally just those army toys.
Nice.
Love it.
I wanted to just clarify something actually. You said you were bringing out the big guns.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just a theatre props master. You know, like I'm not an adventurer.
I mean, you've done plenty of little fetch bits for us. I mean, you're the best that we've got. That's what I should say. You're the best that's in the village.
That is concerning.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I can take care of you if you need it. I'm very good at talking to things and shooting things. Those are my two skill sets.
Oh,
I talk first, and then I only shoot them if they don't want to be talked to.
I would say you're also really friendly.
Yeah.
Add that to the list. Very
Yay! Then I think you're also very friendly as well. You seem very, very wise.
Lorana is.
Like, yes. That's what we were talking about.
Yes. Oh. All right. Does anybody have any other questions for me before we head out? We've got all of if you require any supplies or anything, we've got stuff that you can take with you and all of that sort of stuff. So don't be afraid to ask as usual.
Yeah, I guess Lorana will ask for map or ways of how far is it?
Well, the farm itself is probably about a 3-hour journey north through the mist forest. It's just off of the main road, so you'll see it as you get closer to it. And the river and the lake itself are not far beyond that. So, yeah.
And is the forest the only road or the only way?
Sorry?
Is the forest the only way to get to the farm?
Yes, you can. The best way is to go the main roadway and then take the dirt road off of it. You could go through the mist forest without going through the main road, but you'd probably increase your chances of running into them goblins.
But it sounds like the goblins are also a thing that we need to check at some point.
Well, it's something to be careful of. I mean, we've got, they're the type of goblins that only attack when you stumble across them. If you don't disturb them, they'll leave you alone, sort of thing. They're only attacking traders, as they go past their territory, sort of thing. So we're not concerned with that at the moment. That will be a quest that will pop up on the job board at some later date. At the minute, it's this rather large thing, so because we don't know what it is.
We could do both.
You could do both if you want to, but I mean, I'll leave that up to you. But in terms of priority, the big thing is a priority.
I mean, we probably want to stick to the path because I mean, I've heard the legends. If we stray too far off it, we might run into the cleaner of Vacuum.
Yes.
Whatever the version of crossing in this universe is. That is let us not confront such monstrosities.
Oh, you mean okay, I get it.
Just look at you with unblinking eyes, just like
Because they're painted on.
because they're painted on.
Yeah.
Zelly was once trapped behind a sofa for many, many years and was eventually brought out. So she,
When
yeah,
They were looking for change.
yeah, just they were like, oh, look, we found this old thing. Throw it, and it's like, oh.
Oh.
Right, yeah. So you hear a stuff stack whistle. Don't know how he whistles when he's got, he's all furry and soft and everything, but he manages to whistle.
Chest just gets compressed and it's just
He just sort of pushes in on himself. And sort of whistles. I can't whistle, so I'm not going to do it. But in walks in one of the widows who brings in a large sack of stuff, puts it on the table. It's basically a bag of holding that if you want to put your hand inside of and say, I'd like this, if it's in there, you can pull it out. Yes, Karen.
I was gonna think of something funny to ask for, but I can't think of anything.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's probably in there.
If you put your hand in and just say a random joke, maybe something will come out. Comedy.
I was gonna ask for a pony, but then I realised you have a very lovely pony.
It is a very
Say, see, they recognise how beautiful I am. And I'm like, yes, no, good. I mean, you could always try, see what they... I mean, you do have a large friend already. They seem like they can travel.
Oh, no! It was going to be a friend for Chippy while we were here.
Look at the map. Does the bag contain friends?
No, not anything that you could, like a living friend or anything like that. They wouldn't survive in there for very long, I'm afraid.
As toys, again, just like, yep, we breathe.
100-yard stare. Clearly something that you've tried. They don't stay alive long.
Don't blink.
They don't come out the same.
Oh, yes, I remember my question. What are the limits of the things we can ask for?
Well, there's nothing like. Hang on, I keep going into somebody else's voice. There's nothing in there that is overly magical. So I think there might be one or two health potions in there. There's a couple of I think somebody put some rope in there at some point, and there might even be, dare I say it, some sort of like thieves' tools and other things that you might even be able to use to help repair yourselves.
I mean,
Well, you
Wait a minute.
Yes,
You're saying that because we are toys, we can cast mending on us?
yes, you
what?
can. It doesn't. It DM here. Mending won't heal you like a cure wound spell will, but it will repair damage done to your body. The same as a repair. If you were to pick up like a repair kit or a mason's toolkit or woodcarver's kit, you could repair cracks and knots in your body. Cure wounds and things like that will heal your vitality more than the wounds that are actually on you.
basically we can just be really graphic with like the stuff that happens to us during the quest.
Basically,
Joy.
stuffing everywhere.
stuffing everywhere.
It's gonna be a time, folks. Buckle in.
And what time of the day is now?
It is probably very early morning, to the point where you start to smell the very nice aroma of a cooked breakfast being served in the bar area.
I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna have breakfast,
Right.
and then we're gonna live.
Sounds good. I will put it on. You can have breakfast on my tab, as you are all doing this very kindly for me. So fill your boots and then off you trot, is what I say.
Can I take the whole back? I'll bring it back afterwards.
I hadn't thought of that eventuality. If you are able to carry the full bag, then yes, you can. The bag doesn't weigh anything because it's a bag folding, so you can carry it. It's just because it's large. Think of Santa's sack, but Doesn't weigh anything.
I'm just going to attach it to myself like a dramatic cape. And now I have the stuff, so we can decide what we want out of it later.
Yep. The DM has pretty much given you a bag of
Carte
anything.
blanche.
Awesome.
And again, think of it like a child's game. This is perfect. We go, no, I've always had this, and it's fine. You're like, sure, great. You had a shield. Amazing. There you go.
I do have a shield.
You do have a shield. You are all able to get yourself some breakfast. You don't even need to leave this room. The mayor will sit with you and food is brought into you. Although they do say that it is an open buffet, so if you'd like to get up and, once you've eaten your first helping, if you want to go and help yourself some more, you're more than welcome to. How much time would you like to spend having some breakfast?
An hour or so.
Yeah.
I imagine that all of the food is just a sticker.
Yeah.
You just pretend that you serve some food.
It's all like stickers and plastic food and all of that, all of those sorts of things. So depending on what type of tour you are, you can only eat certain types of things, but you do get full from eating wherever it is. So if you eat a bacon sticker, it tastes like bacon and it fills you up like bacon would.
I'm rolling a wisdom check for cultural accumulation, just trying to work out what the heck is going on.
This is the weirdest dream Karen's had, and that's
Oh,
saying something.
God, yeah.
Oh, Karen, let me explain you. Worry not. This is weird. Just go with the flow. It takes a while. Try this, and I give you like a sticker, like a cardboard thing of an egg, maybe. Just try this. This is delicious.
Cool. Well, I rolled a natural 18 plus 2, so I'm just going to go, with the help from Lorano, I think this makes absolutely total sense.
And we also have sweets and tea. Over there we have some pickles. Does your companion is hungry? Are they do?
I'll have some pickles.
They're so happy.
I think Chippy just got used to it a lot faster and is already face deep.
There's like a giant plastic banana, which is just like,
Just eating the giant banana.
Yeah.
I imagine more like the Cookie Monster, just and everything just spills.
Like a hand puppet.
Next time, just hand puppets.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
need to get a hand puppet squirrel for the next one, don't I?
Oh, that
Think
was
I-
delicious. Is everybody feeling?
I was just going to say, while we were eating, Georgie would have kind of gone because being an artificer, he's his whole thing is that he's got slightly more magic items than maybe the DM expected him to have. One of them would be something that he would normally offer out. So I think would kind of just like the only way I can think to phrase this now is eye up his new companions and kind of turns to Zelly. Given that you have you have an horse, would you be of the paladin variety?
as I roll a deception for a 13. No, I'm just a traveler out on the. Star Trail's like thump, thump, thump. As you look at Star Trail, who's very definitely like, yeah.
I mean, my passive insight is a -1, but if I were to roll that, that would be still only an 11. That's a shame because and Georgie will reach into his own bag of holding that he has replicated, and just kind of pulls out a lance. It's kind of like stop animation and just block creation toy of your choice. Just kind of slowly builds up as it comes out. You would be interested in this lance then?
As Star Trail takes it in his mouth, pulls it back. On behalf of my associate, thank you. That's very kind of old Georgie.
It's all right. Yeah, I mean, usually I've got a friend who rides an horse, and I mean, isn't in the paladin variety, but I just seen a few knights around, and I figured that you might have been, but I'm sorry for any confusion.
No, that's fine. We can see she's wearing robes, but there's very clearly armor underneath. She's done a very bad job of covering it up. Or the child who's decided to repaint this doll was like, no, I don't like teenage. This is the one I like. Yeah. So, what sort of lance is it?
It is a +1 lance.
Beautiful.
Only level 5, so it's not fancy, but it's better than that.
Better than what she has.
Faerun, you get the sense that somebody's watching you and is not very happy with Zelly.
I think very disappointed vibes back at whoever I'm sensing. Was like, can't be mean to people when they're trying their best, and I'm unhappy with you now. We're gonna have a talk later.
You feel all of you feel an audible shudder sort of echo throughout the tavern, the inn.
I think it's the cleaner of the coombe. We should probably get on with the plot.
Yes, it's probably a good idea before everyone packs us away. Yes. Actually, while we're focusing, just for no particular. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. That's her casting aid, and because I have a thing that increases the hit points, you now all get your hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 10.
Oof. Nice.
Increases the actual thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Georgie, could you have... No, actually, let's make a test. Can I try to find something in the bag? And I will ask for a pair of platinum rings worth at least 50 gold pieces.
So you have a little look in the bag. You have to sort of be careful to not choke Faerun, who's wearing it as a cape. You have a look and you put your hand in, and it takes a little while, and you can feel the coldness of the void inside of the bag. But eventually, you feel two small things attach themselves to your hand, and as you pull out, you have 2 rings in your hand.
I feel like they are sticky because they are candy rings.
Yes.
One of those that used to have like a big...
Yeah, they've got the big lolly on the top you have to suck on, yeah.
And I give it to Sally and say, I feel like if there is any danger, you will be the front liner. And I care about you a lot. So we will share the burden. And I give you one, and I take the other one.
Zelly assumes this is what marriage is like. Real world Delaney had lived an incredibly sheltered life that was very non-sexual, and so even like Zelly now is like, okay, thank you. No, not sure why you think I'm going to be on the front line, but ow, I'll try again. No, that sounds. Thank you, Lorana. That's incredibly generous.
Anytime.
Karen now assumes that giving Sally gifts is just a thing you do here.
Cool, up the front liner.
So I have nothing useful to give. I'm a ranger, but I just go and pull out one of those like slap friendship this little friendship bracelets. I'm just gonna go and just tie it around Sally's wrist and go, "This is a gift to you. It doesn't do anything, but it's a friendship bracelet. If we could be friends."
I will roll again.
Can it be a life-size one, so you have to like slap it around Zelly's midriff?
Yeah. Straight round the spin. She's now wearing this lovely belt, and then has a little bit of like.
I will say, if it's thick enough to go around the waist, does it add a little to the AC if Zelly is a little bit more?
I would allow it to add a +1 to AC for Zelly.
Okay, that's a thing I will do.
+1 friendship.
I look at Karen.
I'm imagining a +1 icon like in The Sims now.
Yeah.
+1 for
You will
friendship.
you will be surprised of how powerful friendship is.
Friendship's the best.
It is the best.
Friendship is magic.
Wow,
And the pony
dissolve.
Before we get more cheesy, let's go to kill some goblins.
I guess we've got to go do a mission.
Yeah, I suppose we should go do that now, shouldn't we? So after you've had your breakfast and you've geared yourselves up, you are able to leave the stuff and fluff in and make your way out of Miniville. The forest mist forest is literally, as soon as you walk out of the town, you're there. As you walk out, you hear this loud noise of like fans thrumming, and as you look up into the sky, you can see these large machines that seem to be spraying mist into the forest.
It's the cleaner of the coombe, quick. Tuck and roll.
Rolling down the road, just like.
These things are just blowing mist into the forest. If you were to turn them off, it would just be called forest. But the forest itself is a mixed match of different types of trees. Some of them are about probably not even like, I'm going to stick with the feet for your sizes, but the trees are like an inch. Some of them are an inch tall, made out of plastic. Looks like there's loads of different elements to it and have been built up like certain types of bricks that you might find. There's others that look like they're toilet paper tubes that have been painted brown and have, what's that? The really, really thin paper. Looks like they've been made in a preschool sort of thing. And then there's other trees that look like they're very heavily detailed, made out of plastic. And you walk for about 2 hours and you can hear all types of noises going off in the woodland area. Various different types of animals, birds. I was about to say monkeys then. Yeah, there's monkeys in this forest.
Yeah.
Birds,
It's like a barrel
monkeys. Yeah, birds, monkeys, cows, horses, all that sort of stuff. And eventually you come to where the road splits off. You can see that there's a dirt track that leads down towards where the farm is. You can see the farm right off in the distance in the trees. And then the road itself carries on further and further down to the nearby city of, what did we call the city, Sean?
The Georgie's from.
Yeah.
Well, it's given that it's built around a child's potty. It's called Porter Deep.
Yep. But that's
Yeah,
where
Go on.
I was just going to say that's where that main road leads. It leads to Porter Deep.
Where's mine?
Oh, smart.
Oh, everyone's looking for their boo cards already.
We love you.
No, it's clever. It's just also clever and simultaneously dumb.
Do we need yay cards for next time where we're like, hooray?
I think we're getting to the point now where some of the boo cards, some of the things that we say outweigh the boo cards. So I think we do need yay cards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so would you like to carry on to Porter Deep, or would you like to go towards the farm where the plot is?
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts
Ooh, who would you like to detect thoughts on?
on me.
You're casting it.
Ooh.
You want to detect your own thoughts, or
No, Detect Thoughts, you cast it and then you can read people's thoughts.
right.
It's not targeted.
No.
Okay, so-
It's on a 30 radius sphere. So just to see we are not being followed by monkeys or commando goblins.
Yeah, and it's a 30. You said 30-foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cast it. You don't, other than the brains of your fellow companions that you're with, and maybe the odd bird here or there, as you sort of hear the words of "fly, fly, fly," and the bird flies past.
That's to remind itself.
Yeah, so to remind itself that it actually needs to flap its wings. You don't sense any intelligent minds nearby.
Cool. So folks, farm or goblins?
Sorry, I'm still just really disconcerted by the fact that when Josh said, qualified that there were no intelligent minds, you excluded us four, but also the birds. What do the birds know, Josh?
The birds work for the bourgeois.
Are they actually birds? Are they druids in disguise?
You don't know.
As a druid, you're like, fly, fly, fly. I'm a bird. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Look natural, look natural, look natural.
In disguise. Oh, it's right before
Druids
your
in
eyes.
disguise. Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Sorry, yeah, the plot.
I mean, I suppose we need to go to the farm. That's why we're being. Is there money? I know we're getting paid. How do we get? What? Go on, Josh. Give us. Is it jelly beans again? Are we getting paid in sweets?
I mean, that is the currency of this world.
Well, you know, sort of. We'll get our jelly beans if we do our job. I mean,
What about the mist?
What about the mist?
yeah. You want to get rid of the mist?
I can try and get rid of the mist. I don't know how.
So what's the mist situation where we are?
It's still quite misty, so you can't hear the machines that are propelling the mist into the forest from where you are now, but it's sort of lightly layering the floor. It's not to the point where you can't see. So you can see the farm about probably another 30-minute walk in that direction. You can see the silhouette of the building through the trees.
But the such machinery is towards the farm or towards the other side?
So there's the machinery. There was one machine that was near Miniville, and there's another machine that is close to Waterdeep. But they're very, very high up in the sky. They're quite big.
Oh.
So, but you can see them from where you are. If you could fly, you could probably go up and turn one off.
Sally, can you fly?
I've never tried. No. I mean, we could. Star Trail was like, I could have flown once, but then I had to get stuck down here with you. So he's like, shush. No, I'm not able. I'm not able to fly. So why are we destroying the mist? Just because it's an inconvenience, or?
Well, because it's the ambience that gets you in it.
Very, very true.
Nino.
Yes.
Karen and Chippy have broken off, and we're just doing our natural explorer stuff. So we're just checking for, like, trails, any signs of movement, anything that could, like, that's moving towards the farm or away from the farm or looks weird in the forest. We're good at forests.
You can make me a nature or survival check.
Cool.
Please.
Don't forget to check the creepy paper.
Guidance.
Oh, okay.
How does your magic look, Lorna, when you cast it?
Lorana has a water gun. So it's just, but it's magic water. It's full of it's 90%.
It's like a mixture of water and glitter.
Yeah, it's 90% glitter, 10% bubble liquid. So it's actually like bubbles, but with made of glitter. When they pop, it's just glitter. And you know, like you'd never get rid of glitter. So
cool. That's a 27.
Oof.
We're really good at forests.
Which one would you like to use? Would you like to use survival or nature?
Survival, because I think nature. Look, they've come into this forest and they are a little offended that all of the different types of forests are mixed together, and it's like a cool vibe, but it's also wrong. So they're trying to nature's. They're working on surviving in this conditions.
You have a look around. You easily able to find the trail that leads off to the farm and the best way to get there. But as you sort of veer off the track a little bit and look more within the toy foliage of the trees, and you come across different types of fake grass and real grass and dirt and that sort of really weird sand stuff that when you get wet, you can mold into stuff that you put in tanks and things. You come across all different types of things. Somebody's just smashed a bunch of stuff down and has just tried making something here. You see footprints, sort of. They're kind of footprints. They look more like 2 feet have been stuck onto a base and have been walking through this area, which from the description that the others have given you, it reminds you of goblins. So there are goblin tracks going towards the farm. And so you've got the sort of weird foot shape that you would have on the toy soldiers, and then you've got like a singular circle base as well.
Okay. Just coming back at the end of that, at the end of the conversation about flying, going, cool, I found the tracks.
Oh, good.
For the mister, or?
Oh, no. So there's tracks going, like normal tracks going down to the farm, and then there's like goblin tracks also going down to the farm, and then there's just like some dirt and birds and stuff. But yeah, I found stuff.
Well done. Okay, yeah, no, I guess we go to the farm and we save the animals.
Me, after you.
Come along, Star Trail. My legs are just sticking, like I said, like a Barbie. My legs are just sticking out over side as this My Little Pony goes.
Doing that kind of, as if you're wearing high heels, but not in high heels footwalk.
You all carry on walking towards Red River Farm, and as you get there, you begin to smell something very strange. It smells like burnt plastic.
Ooh.
That really horrible sort of burnt plastic smell. And you can hear the sounds of crying and weeping coming from the farm. As you all get there, you can see the farmer, Donald, who has a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and he is kneeling in the middle of one of the pens where one of the animals would be kept. You would assume, looking at the remains that are in there, that probably pigs were in here, but there are also probably about 50 goblin corpses around, as sort of around this area, and they all look like they're in various states of melting.
Quick point of order. Can the pens be literally just Crayolas, just kind of, and Sharpies laid out in the shapes of the where the fences want to be?
100%, yeah. Obviously, not those names for reasons, but Crayola.
Oh yes, the Crayolas and Sharpies.
Yeah, there we go.
Shortest.
Weird that we got. That's the one thing that sponsored us. It's the crayon company.
They've been stuck together and made into fences. But yes, the farmer is, and you can see now as you get closer to the building that there is a couple of chunks that have been taken out of the roof, as if something has come down and bitten into it.
Oh.
The farmer, I should explain, is Donald. He is a ragdoll type toy with a wooden head and wearing a farmer's hat, very similar to the one that Sean has on his head right now, and has the what's the word? Has the joints, the sort of like like the how artists use the 3D model thing for their human poses. He's
Like
got those. Yeah, he's got those sort of joints on his arms. So his body's made out of stuff, and head and arms and legs are made out of wood. He's kneeling on the floor going, "Where have my pigs gone?"
Good morning, farmer. No, do not. We are friends. We are sent here to help you.
Mayor Stuffstack sent you.
Yes.
Good, thank you.
Please.
Save my pigs.
Okay. As much information as possible so we can get this resolved. Who took your pigs? What did they do? Why is it bitten? What happened to these goblins? We have many questions.
I don't know. It happened. It happened last night. I woke up to a toy maker awful roar, And as I looked out of the window, all I saw was all of these goblins giggling and laughing as they were starting to round up my chickens, and then fire everywhere. And then I looked up, and this big thing it was white and had these really angry looking eyes, and it just took a chunk out of the building, and then some other things came out from behind the farm and picked up my pigs and one of my cows, and then I just heard splish splosh splash as it must have gone back into the river, the lake behind me. It was horrible.
What? So you did actually see the pigs get taken away?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Because that was my first question. Because there was an incident where a whole bunch of pigs suddenly was not pigs, and they just kind of went out and got jobs. I just wanted to clarify that wasn't that.
I wouldn't know anything about that. That doesn't sound like a thing I would know about.
I wasn't accusing you of knowing it. It was just a very strange day.
Sure was. None of my friends left me all by myself. Let's go look over these goblins.
I feel like you got some unresolved trauma.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, I must be wrong.
Both for Lorena and Karen, who are like, yeah, we do. Yeah, definitely hiding secrets.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
You can make me a medicine check for the goblins if you'd like to.
Oh, I thought you meant to diagnose Zelly's trauma.
I mean, you can do if you want to.
I do want to, actually.
Yeah.
I got an 8. and Zelly is just sort of like standing looking at them going, yep, that's not good.
Yeah, they're melted.
Yeah.
What did you roll, sorry, Georgie?
10.
A 10. I mean, does Georgie get anything from that, Zelly?
I mean, I've rolled a 19 deception. Again, I love this relationship where it's just like, I don't know.
I'm not a doctor.
You know, you deal with stagecraft, and that's the important thing.
I mean, at the Savoy Theatre, someone's just kind of crossed the L and Savoy.
Yay card.
But mainly, what Georgie's job is just shaking the Etch-a-Sketch and then quickly redrawing the next scene.
That's adorable. I love that. Again, it's a puppet theatre, but it's not. That's not weird. It's just
Yeah. Our main actors are actually Punch and Judy. Sorry, very British reference. You'll have to Google it.
Yeah. So,
as long as they've managed to kind of work on their relationship and themselves, I think it's a perfectly fine thing for them to be doing.
And because we're still sponsored by a sausage magnet, that alligator eats so many sausages. It's horrific. Anyway, that's our 10 minutes on Punch and Judy. Okay, so the goblins are melted.
Very melted.
Very melted into. Okay, so the farmer's there, melted goblins, massive chunk taken out of the roof of the building.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is the building from us? Sort of like
about 20 feet. 20 feet high.
Well, whatever bit this is very big.
More than a few inches tall, that is, yeah.
Terrifying.
Almost a foot, I'd said.
Oh, too big. That's too big.
A foot and a half, maybe.
Oh, Georgie, you keep adding more and more, and it gets more and more terrifying as it gets bigger and bigger. Josh, can I roll nature to try and work out if I've ever heard of?
Yeah, sure. Go for
it. 17.
So, with a 17, you don't recognise the bite marks that are in the building, in the roof area itself. You know that this creature is going to be very large, obviously, but going by the description, it sounds like it used the lake as a mode, as a way to get here. So, or at least a way to leave. So wherever it's gone, it's either in the lake or somewhere near the lake. And as you sort of walk around, as you're inspecting around the building, you turn around and look out to the wall over the lake. Now, those of you who are residents of the toy world, there are lakes and rivers and oceans and all that are made out of water. This is not one of them. This is a river that is made out, or a lake that is made out of the paper. So sort of, when they put like paper down to make rivers and things, it's made out of that. So you could quite easily just walk across it if you want to. Yeah, just doing that, going along sort of thing. And on the other end, almost in the center of the lake, looks to be an island.
Does real world logic still work? Do we have to swim, or can we just walk? Can we just walk across the water?
I said before that you wouldn't have to swim, but yes, you would have to swim, but you wouldn't get wet.
So again, if we're thinking about it with the toy maker, literally just moving our arms through some paper, that's the
well, no, you are living creatures yourselves, so.
But just for like the toy version, it is just that sort of. Oh, the terror of us being put in a big bathtub. That would be just. Okay, then it appears that whatever this thing is, it went out into the lake. So I guess that is one of the next places. Don't worry, McDonald. I don't even know the name of the farmer. Don't worry, farmer. We will do our best to rescue you. No, I don't think we've ever actually. Did we get told that back in the town?
No, no one asked.
Exactly. So Zelly doesn't know the name of the farmer. So just goes, don't worry, farmer, we will find your pigs and then you will be happy and you can...
My name's Donald.
Nice to meet you, Donald. My name's...
Don't feel very EII.
Well...
Oh.
And then they will sing you songs, and on your farm you will have pigs and chickens and abyssal chickens and unicorns and other horses. E-I-E-I-O.
Thank you. What would you like to
Thumbs
do?
up, but with a hand I can't.
What would Faerun and Lorana be doing? Is it Lorana? Sorry, I've been... Lorana, sorry, I've been butchering it. I apologise. But what would you two be doing at this point while Zelly's been walking around investigating what this might be and while Georgie has been helping?
I feel like Lorana will be just assisting with some guidance, keeping an eye. It's very of a watcher and just keeping an eye on not being surprised.
Fair enough. You can make me a perception check if you like. And Faerun, what would you like to do?
I think.
And I will calm myself.
Yeah, helping a little bit, looking for splish splosh tracks, trying to see if anything that they've encountered across the multiverse is ringing a bell, or kind of thing.
Okay.
But everything here is whack and interesting, but it's...
So you could make me a nature check this time for that.
22.
So with perception, you do notice that there are some silhouettes in the forest. Looks like there might be a goblin or two in the forest, but they don't look like they're approaching. They look more like, with such a high roll, you can see that they are watching you and they are visibly shaking, but they don't look like they're going to approach.
How far are they from us or from me?
From all of you, probably about 50 feet, I'd say, because they're proper in the tree line.
Okay. I'll keep an eye. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts again.
Yep.
I can send messages with that, so I will try to concentrate on one of my comrades without reading the thoughts or not going deep, and just send a message saying, we've been observed, I don't know, let's say 3 o'clock. So just watch out.
Yep.
And I will pretend to be oblivious about their presence.
Okay, so you pretend to be oblivious about the presence. I'd say that all of you would get that message, and if you go to try to sneakily try and point it out, all the rest of you would also spot the goblin in the tree line. It's just one goblin. I said many silhouettes, but it's just one goblin.
That's the goblin's name, Many.
Many, yeah, it's many. Okay, so what did K-Ring get on survival?
How close am I to the tree line?
About 50 feet away.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see if I can. I'm smarter when I'm in my own favorite terrains. 17 then.
17. So with your survival check, specifically focusing on what this
That's
creature
nature
could be.
checks.
Yeah.
nature.
So you would know it's obviously something that can survive in water for an extended period of time. There are a couple of creatures that bamp through your head, like a dragon, maybe, and dragons can live in a water for an extended period of time. There's behirs, there's leviathans, there's krakens, there's dragon turtles, there's hydras, there's just a plethora of creatures that pop into your head. That all seem to fit the size of this thing, but there's no sort of there's no definitive tracks in the dirt or anything that would say, wait, no, it's this thing. But you can see that there is dirt that has been dragged, but there's no footprints or anything, but it's been dragged into the water and it's sort of resting on top of it. So you can almost get the trail of where it's actually gone, which is towards the island.
Cool. Clock that and just kind of meander my way back to Lorana and go, so I know where it's gone. It could be a lot of things, but I don't know. Are you okay?
That was towards you, Lorana.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You just seem to be handling the weight of other people's issues, so I just thought we should check in with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine. Just worried about being ambushed.
Oh. Yeah.
And let's be honest, like, I still don't know what's going on with this mist. It's creeping me out. But yeah, that's my Ali's D&D player brain, right? But Lorana's like, yeah, this is weird. Have you ever encountered something like this? Not the setup, but like a situation like this?
Fell into a portal, got kidnapped by some people, and then they said save the world, and then things tried to eat us, and then I talked to a bunch of people out of it, and then there was a god in my head, and now it's not there, and then we went to Alton Towers.
Every time, right? Every single time.
Right? Every time.
Jesus Christ. Like, I feel like we should have like a support group for universe saviors. Plus, why is it thing that the universe is ending every 2 seconds? Right?
Can't take care of itself. Like, you think there's something about stability.
And also, like, how do the beat bad guys decide when to attack? You know, it seems like they take turns. You know, they have like a plenary and say, okay, the schedule is, and then you draw a number. Next week is your turn. I don't know. This is just so weird. Anyway.
There's really good communication, and I want to be in that. I want to be involved in the communication, and then we can talk to them and go, maybe right now it's not a good idea, but I feel that yeah.
Do you think this is a universe-ending thing?
I feel it's universe ending to these people, and that's what matters.
True that. So, Lorana has like a confident boost and looks at Sally. What is Sally? Is Sally already swimming?
I think, yeah. Help! It's happened again. Sally is just oh no.
Georgie's probably with Sally, just kind of walks in, drags Sally back out again.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not good at swimming.
And neither am I, but for some reason I can breathe in water for an hour.
Good for you.
I just hold my breath for a long time.
That is probably my first mistake. I did not hold my breath.
Oh yeah, that would be your first mistake. The second mistake was not moving your arms or legs.
Just sort of trying to push myself forward. Yes, no.
For willpower alone.
Is there any boat around? Can we ask the backup holding for a portable boat?
Yeah, there's a boat.
That's an item.
There's a boat that you can take. It's one of those proper plastic. It's like a mini pirate ship made out of plastic that's docked, and Donald uses it to go fishing every now and then. So you could use that to sail across. I will say though that with your perception check that you rolled, Lorana, that as you've been talking to everybody and you just happen to glance back over to the tree line where the goblin was, the goblin is no longer there. And at that point, you also hear a deafening roar that sort of echoes come from the lake and possibly the island. And at that point, I think we should take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. Thank you very much, everybody, for sticking with us and watching. We shall be back in a little bit. Go take a short rest and see you soon. Goodbye. Welcome back, everybody. We have had our short rest, which is a term that Ali uses and I have stolen because I think it is very good. We are all rested and ready to carry on this adventure. In the first part, our glorious stuffed plastic wood toy versions of heroes from another world have all come together in the town of Miniville and have been brought together by the mayor Stuffstack, who has asked them to go and investigate something that is happening up at Red River Farm. Fun fact, the river is not actually red. And as they got there, they found burnt goblins, a farmer in distress, and a loud roaring noise coming from an island in the middle of the lake. A large plastic pirate boat has been discovered, and that is where we are going to pick up now. What would our party members like to do? Would you like to traverse down by the river, or would you like to do something else? To the little island. We should have finished that.
Was this a roar, like a lion, like a T-Rex, dragon?
Make me a nature check and I shall tell you. Anybody who wants to can make a nature or a
I look at the one from the forest. Do you think this was a lion, dragon, T-Rex? I will give you some guidance so you are better at remembering.
If you're throwing it out to everyone, then I've rolled a nature, which I got a 22.
Awesome.
I got a 17.
That's what I got on the dice.
Hey.
Did you get Karen?
19.
On nature or perception?
If I can do perception instead, that's also 22.
I had a thought during the break, and the thought was when I asked you to do your nature or check earlier, I should have said that I had this image in my head of you running into the forest just to get the advantage and then coming back out again. I should have said it, but I didn't think of it at the time.
That's also what's happening right now.
Yeah, Kieran's run all the way into the forest to get the advantage. So
Go
you can roll
check
with advantage if you'd like to.
Go and check.
Yeah.
That's my proficiency. It's my proficiency bonus as well. I'll be a 24 then.
Okay, so those of you who rolled perception, all of you rolled quite high anyway. So those of you that rolled perception, when you heard the roar, it lasted for about 5 seconds, and it started off as a rah, and then you heard it seemingly echo. So it's like rah, 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 rah sort of noise.
That was Lady Gaga.
Yeah, the enemy is Lady Gaga.
On.
Little monsters.
Mother monster.
For those of you who rolled a nature check, again, you all rolled very high. It sounds, this is this is the obvious answer. It sounds large, because obviously it's reached all the way over here. It does not sound like a lion. It could possibly sound draconic. Possibly. It sounds a little off.
Don't ask me where from, but Lorana takes out a bigger than life pirate hat and says, "To the ship!"
Let's say that you take it out of the bag that Faerun is wearing as a cape.
No, it just appears out of Hammer's face.
Oh.
Again, by toy logic, it's like, I've always had this big hat.
The boat. I know you said it was like a toy pirate ship, but I was envisioning just like a ship still in a bottle. So we just kind of have to ride the glass jar across the water.
No, I prefer that. Let's do that. Yeah, it's a glass jar. It's a ship in a bottle, and one of you has to push it out, and then it just sort of bobs its way along. Doesn't take you too long. As I said,
So it's on the way, because if the sound was draconic, now the Faerun doesn't speak draconic. Faerun can speak dragon turtle.
Yes.
He can't speak draconic, but he's hoping it's close enough that he can just yell out, "Hello, are you okay? What's going on? Please, we are friends and we are here to help and not hurt things."
Pivot, as the rest of us listen to just the for the second time today, and we're like,
I'd say that you're quite far away, that you probably wouldn't get an answer at this point. Maybe if you got a bit closer and tried again, something might reply to you. Maybe. Sort of.
Frog in your throat, Faerun.
Oh, I was trying to communicate with the noises, but I think we're a little too far away. I'm a little too little, I think.
if you want to keep trying,
Well,
Josh, is this? Oh,
I was going to say, I've met the dragon before. I mean, it was a very nice dragon. Don't think they would have eaten a house. But yeah, no, I'm going to be honest, Karen, that sounds like draconic that you're speaking, so it's worth a try.
it's kind of like if draconic met a turtle and they had a baby, and then they wrote it down, and then someone else read a book where it had been written down and then made a language based on that.
Your world sounds very complicated and very confusing, but
I make up a lot of rules as I go along.
I lived my life by about 4,000 rules, so I appreciate the difficulty.
Fun.
As you keep going, the lake itself, the physics as what they are in this world, it operates like as if you were on real water and you float across. Although if any of you were to slip off of the bottle into the water or like dangle or whatever, you don't actually get wet. But you eventually get across. Takes you probably the better part of half an hour to get across, and you make landfall.
is it still misty? Like all across the water?
The mist hasn't travelled across the water itself. It seems to be sticking to the woods, so you would effectively be out of the mist forest at the moment. The first thing that you notice when you do make landfall is that the trees are all the exact same. There's no mix match of different types of toy trees. These are proper, like, sort of, like minifigure Warhammer, terrain style
Blocked trees.
Yeah, proper crafted trees that are dotted all over this island. The bit that you land on is actual sand. Looks like it's been taken for a beach, which is illegal in the UK, and has been placed here. And there is a couple of corpses lying around. I say corpses, they've got chunks bitten out of them. There are mixtures of pigs, cows, some chickens. Look like they've been here for a while, so probably not the livestock that you're looking for.
This is still kind of the burnt plastic smell around them.
There is a burnt plastic smell, but it's not coming from any of these creatures. It's coming from further into the wooded area.
Not that I'd notice anything like that.
No.
Got a -1.
But as you all jump off of the ship bottle, what would you like to do?
Yeah, this is grim.
Look for more tracks.
Yeah, you can make a nature or survival. Survival will probably be better if you're looking for tracks specifically. And I would count you as being in a wooded area still, so you could roll that natural 20 that you've probably just rolled.
Yes.
What's that in total, though?
Oh, in a wooded area. Double my proficiency. Actually, that's a 30.
Okay, so that's a 30 with that. As you look around for tracks, you see Zelly is stood in what looks to be some sort of a indentation in the ground. And you move over to Zelly and realize that they are stood in a footprint. The footprint is that of whatever this creature is has got 3 toes and 1 toe that seems to stick out the back. It's probably, the footprint itself is double the size of Zelly, and with that you would know that whatever this creature is in game mechanics wise huge.
I think Chippy comes and just kind of very gently picks Zelly up.
Oh no, I'm being abducted. Goodbye.
I can just look at him.
Actually, I think Chippy's just holding on to Zelly now. He's like, it's so warm and nice.
Chippy is very glad that he didn't have to swim and get waterlogged.
Oh, heck.
Okay, so that is Karen. Zelly, you've just been picked up, but is there anything that you would like to do once you get placed back down?
Actually, can I make like a perception check as I'm being lifted up?
Oh, you've got the elevation? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's do 17.
So with the 17, as you get picked up, you're picked up. Chippy is quite big, so you're picked up almost so you can meet the eye line of the trees. You can see that the trees go on for probably 120, maybe 200 feet, and then it looks like they start angling to one side, some angling to the left, some angling to the right, as if something is pushed through the trees.
Well, we definitely have found the place. You know, whatever this huge thing is, it's knocked down most of the trees. Again, sort of like, oh, finally can see the footprint. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, probably is a big fire lizard. Oh, toy maker.
Lorana, what would you like to do as you hop off the glass bottle?
I like to burn the ship. No, I'm joking.
Open, pop with the cork and just inside the bottle. Yep.
No, I feel like the timing of the kobolds disappearing obviously has to do something with the roar. Wonder if how related is this creature potentially to the kobolds, but I'm just thinking the general is just in their mind and he's just keeping an eye on Zelly.
Yeah. Well, they were goblins before, not kobolds. You haven't seen any goblins.
Oh, yeah, goblins. Yeah.
But yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, you could make a perception check to see if there's any sign of potentially any goblin tracks.
And how big is from the other side? How big was this mini island?
From when you were on the main shore,
yeah,
it looked like it was probably 500 feet in sort of circumference.
Okay.
So quite big.
So I got a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, do I see anything?
You don't spot any goblin tracks, but you do spot some goblin weapons that look like they've been dropped or discarded, but they're broken.
Oh.
And they're on the floor, almost in sync with the footprints that Karen has pointed out, going up into the forest where Zelly has noticed the trees have parted.
Is Sally moving forward?
Probably.
I'm right behind her.
Yeah.
I have your back.
Star Trail is probably the one that is pushing Zelly.
Yeah. Just that awkward thing, like the horse, like the head goes down and sort of lifts Zelly up and just, oh, okay, we're going.
So what you're looking at, Lorana, is as Zelly is being pushed by Star Trail, Chippy picks Zelly up and puts Zelly back next to Karen, and then Star Trail walks back round and then proceeds to start pushing Zelly up again, and it's just like a repeated process.
We're trapped in a loop.
Yeah.
Where's Georgie?
And yeah, that's what's Georgie doing?
I think Georgie would have been looking quite interestedly at the broken weaponry, like props being more his kind of thing. Like, are they like? I don't know. Can I investigate them? See if there's anything more that can be discerned about the goblins.
Yeah. So Lorana points out the broken weapons to you. Walk over to them and give them a little look over. You can make an investigation check for me.
I will
Please.
gladly. Ooh, that's a natural 20 for me for a 28.
Oh, okay. So you can tell by looking at these weapons that they have been broken. It looks like they've been maybe snapped. Judging by the splinter in the plastic, what would be plastic, they still operate as normal weapons do. But you do happen to come across the head of a spear in amongst the different broken weapons. And
Glad you said spear.
And the tip of the spear is covered in some sort of white material, being your nature. In your nature as a toy, you would know this to be some form of stuffing. So it's injured something at some point.
All right. So whatever it is these goblins was fighting, well, they knocked the stuffing out of it for one thing. Yeah, I think be careful. Whatever it is, it's plush, but it's not going to be friendly, I would say.
Okay then.
Noted.
Noted. So, caution. It does seem from what we can see that we are pretty much in its lair, so for the good of all the land, let's try and get this sorted and then we can go home.
Come on, Sally. When was the last time you killed a dragon? Because
Deception.
kill dragon, right?
24. Oh, I've never killed. Again, I've succeeded, but terribly. No, I wouldn't know how to kill a dragon.
I mean, you say you succeeded, Lorana. If you'd like, you could make an insight check against that.
25.
You did not succeed.
Ben, the way I was playing it, perfect. No, never killed a dragon. That's I'm just a traveler. I just walk around and help.
What do I perceive?
Again, just somehow like how Action Man has like the shifty eye thing. Zelly goes and Star Trail. Again, Zelly does it. Star Trail's like, well, of course we killed a dragon. You remember back in the cave? So he's like, shh, I can't know.
I knew it.
What? No. No, you know nothing. I sell. Yeah, blinks. But bread. I bake. That's what I do. Yes.
what you do in your free time after killing dragons is up to you. It's fine. I'm not gonna judge you.
Thank you.
And I keep pushing.
Yeah, just push him.
So, if you'd all like to continue moving on.
He's
I presume Karen's bringing up the rear, so I'm probably third in the order if you
Yeah.
counted.
Awesome. Zelly in the front with Star Trail. I noticed I did it that time.
yeah.
Meet your blazer.
Yeah, pushing you along
Shoot
the
your
way
blazer.
with Lorana walking behind you. And you begin walking through the woods. As you walk, it's easy to spot these footprints as you keep going. Discarded weapons, discarded pieces of livestock. And you're walking for about 15 minutes before you begin to hear noises that sound like pigs. And you walk out into an open clearing and you can see that there are 3 pigs that look like one is injured, the other 2 look like they're perfectly fine, but they're, if you picture Minecraft, if anybody's played it, the animals like that, so these pigs are like proper, these particular pigs are blocky and they're hopping around as if they can't move their legs and just hopping around, sort of eating bits of grass and just moving around. These are weird pigs. I would like everybody to make me a perception check, please. And I will give you the option for looking or smelling.
Okay.
I've got Lorana looking.
Oh, no good.
I got a 6 on my spell check.
Oh, okay.
I got a non-natural 1.
Ugh.
Block nose and blocked eyes, unfortunately.
Oh, my bad, I slipped.
What was your roll, Lorana?
15.
15, that's not bad.
Chippy and I both rolled 17.
Nice. Now, so Lorana's looking. Would you like to smell?
I think Chippy's smelling. I'm looking. We usually work at different senses from each other so that we can share ideas.
That's fair enough. So between Karin and Lorana with the looking, as you are looking around, you can see that the trees, the split in the trees is directly opposite where this opening is. And it looks like there's some sort of a mound that's in the way. Chippy begins to do the wiggly nose sniffy thing that you sometimes see squirrels do, and it recoils and moves backwards a little bit and sort of starts sniffling in his nose. And it takes a moment, but all of you begin to smell something that could only be described as cheesy feet. Which
I'm glad
then
I got a natural 1, non-natural 1.
Yeah, which then makes the perception of Karin and Lorana sort of trigger a bit, and you notice that part of the mound laying out in the opening is a green sock. Humanoid, human as in not your size, sock. That's laying on the floor.
Behind the chocolate bar.
Behind the chocolate bar.
How far away is it?
So this entire area is probably 100 feet, 100 feet, 100 feet. Yeah, so it's like a full 100 foot sort of clearing. That's what I was looking for. Sorry?
And this thing is in the middle.
It is towards the other side. It's probably stretching about 20 feet into 20 feet into the central area.
Lorana will walk until they are 30 feet away from this such.
Okay. Yep, you can't carry on walking. You can see that the sock itself moves off into the tree line and into what looks to be this mound. that
Also,
is
it
split in
moves.
with the trees. But the sock is still there, but in terms of it laying on the floor, it's stretching off into the tree line and then seemingly into the large mound that is in the trees.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts again.
Yep.
Is this sock sentient?
As you cast Detect Thoughts, again, you sense your companions. You sense the pigs, which are not very clever. And then you also sense something else. Something else's, should I say. I would like for Georgie to roll me a d6, please.
Oh. A d6.
Yes.
Dos.
Dos. You sense 3 something else's. Can you sense exactly where they are?
Yeah, sense of location, yeah.
Okay, so the 3 something else's are directly in front of where you're looking.
If I sense that Lorana's kind of sensing something, yes. Can I need to remember cast a primeval awareness so I can get a sense of what kind of creature it might be.
You certainly can. What does primeval awareness allow you to detect exactly?
Sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within, this is my favourite terrain at the moment, 6 miles. It's not necessarily precise location, but I feel that between me and Lorana knowing where they are, then with knowing what they are, we can kind of triangulate.
Yeah. So with that roll, you get a draconic sense, although again, the same with the raw, it doesn't feel quite draconic.
Okay.
It's very off. There is something very off about it.
Just to Lorana and just go, kind of dragons, but not quite.
And as Lorana turns to look at you as you say that, the rest of you watch as the sock lifts off of the ground, and the ends of the sock where the feet go, where the toes bit go, that's pulled in, so it looks like a mouth, and you watch as 2 eyes open, very angry eyebrows, and it just roars at you as 2 more heads, one that looks like a slinky and the other one that looks like
Like the meme.
yeah, and another one that looks like one of those, what they called, like the Jack in the Box, the snakes in a tube thing, one of them, as a hydra, a toy hydra, looks down on all of you. Can you all please roll me initiative?
Lorana roll initiative as they think, don't worry, we have Sally, killer of dragons. Ooh, nice.
Zelly just, again, you can detect thoughts, you just hear her going, oh, for fuck.
Oh, okay, that's not very good.
18 initiative.
18 for Zelly. All of your familiars, friends, and all of that go on your turns, just to make it easier.
Oh, Shelly doesn't have any action.
Shelly gives the help action.
Yeah.
I will allow
Or
that.
the support.
I will allow that if you want to use if you want to use Shelly to give you the bonus action, the help action as a bonus action, then I will let you do that.
No, my bonus
I'm just
action.
picturing that one of us
Precious.
goes down and the shell just gets yeeted out us, and we're like, this is helping!
Okay, so
I've got a 12 for my initiative.
a 12. Awesome. My thing has decided to disappear on me. There it is. So that's a 12 for Georgie. Now, what did Lorana get?
Natural 2021.
Awesome. And then Karen?
15.
15. Okie dokie. So, at the top of the round, as this creature pulls itself up and moves into the opening, you can see, as I described before, a sock head, a slinky head, and a pop-up snake head is attached to what looks to be a set of bagpipes. without the pipes on them, and then there are these plastic dinosaur legs that are stuck to its sides, and the tail itself is made out of a mix match of a crochet and a cross stitch type thing. Basically crochet.
I don't want to kill this thing.
But it doesn't look very happy. Lorana, it is your turn. You get to go first.
Lorana is gonna start slowly stepping back, and as they step back, pass by Sele, touch Sele, take the water pistol and shoots at Sele. You are covered in glitter as I cast Warding Bond. So you are resistant to damage, and I take the other half. Just let me confirm something. I think Warding Bond. Where are you? So your AC goes to +1, saving throws +1, and you have resistance to all damage.
Wow. Spouses. Right. Resist.
And I will take the rest of the damage. This is not concentration, and this is an action, so I still have a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do with my bonus action? What is this? Interesting. Do I want it now? Yes. So I'm gonna still come back. And first of all, what weapons does Sally have?
She has the lance at the moment. Yeah.
Do you have anything that is throw?
There is a javelin. Yeah.
So as a cleric of the Order Domain, I command you to attack the dragon Hydra. So could you please you can use your reaction to make an attack against the thing.
Beautiful. I command you to fight.
Do you have anything ranged you could throw at it?
As I said, I've got the lance. So
yeah. I mean, you can lob at it if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna okay. I need to have a word with the toy maker in a moment, but as the javelin goes flying, does a 23 hit?
23 will hit.
The javelin. Beautiful. 10 piercing.
Awesome. You watch as you throw this javelin, and it embeds itself into a part of the bagpipe torso. And as it embeds itself, you hear the sound of a bagpipe just release out of one of the vents on its back. And it lets out a roar from the sockhead.
And then I think, as a bonus action, I'm gonna invoke one tentacle from the depths of the ocean. And I'm gonna hit this creature. So you imagine that, you remember that those toys that looks like it's like a plastic can that you throw away and it just get extended like elastic.
Yeah.
And it just sticks on the window or on the surface. So it's a spell attack. 16.
16 will hit.
Goody. And 4. 2 cold damage.
You freeze a part of this creature's plastic leg, and as it moves it, you watch as the frozen part just sort of cracks and the frost breaks away. It does leave a very small crack in the plastic, but other than that, it doesn't seem to do much damage to it.
And I will move all of my movement back and try not to be directly behind Sally.
Okey-dokey.
And checking is a free action, so I will say, Karen, you are really friendly. Can we try to solve this? I mean, I know we already hit it, but maybe this is just a misunderstanding. And that's my turn.
Okay, at the end of Loran's turn, it is Zelly's turn.
Just slightly, like, eyes roll back into the back of the head. Hi, Toymaker, it's me. Need to have a word.
What do you want? I don't like being summoned like this.
Look, my whole thing is non-violence, and I can't do what I want to do unless I get your permission to do it. So, do I have the permission to fight whatever it is you've thrown at us?
Well, yeah, of course. It's not going to be no fun if you just stand there, is it?
I don't know why I follow you.
Because I'm your only option.
Something in Zelly's like, this seems... Oh, no, that's just... as...
Pleasant fellow.
Yeah, it just starts spinning. And rather like Wonder Woman, spin, spin. Boomf. Surprise, it's a paladin. Who would have thunk? I know I was really good at my deception, but, you know.
I was surprised. You surprised? I was surprised.
Very good.
Yeah. Again, the doll. Now, someone has obviously gone and made a Zeleny doll in this time and has swapped it out. So again, she's got long with white hair. She's got the horns. She's now in whatever the toy maker would think would be cool armor that he's obviously taken off like other action figures.
I just picture as you have this conversation, a giant ethereal hand comes down, picks up your old model, and then puts another one down. It is exactly the same, but it's the same person, but you just look different.
Yeah, the toy maker has obviously been working on like painting this. So yeah, she's there. She's in the armor, and she's like, right, okay, so permission to do this. First of all, Dragon, I believe Faerun's going to go along with this as well. We'd like to give you an opportunity to just stop. Are you interested in possibly just leaving this town alone, going somewhere else? Is that something you're into?
Do you speak Draconic?
No.
You don't get a reply.
Ugh. Okay, well, I guess I've got permission to do this. As the lance just spears up into the...
Is this the lance that you threw at it?
No, I threw a javelin.
Oh, you threw a javelin. Okay, yes. Yeah, so you move up to it and you stab it in the bagpipe. New phrase.
Egg stabber.
The first one was a 9, so...
Unfortunately not.
No. Second attack is a 25.
25 will hit, yes.
And that is 8 points of piercing. And
nice.
I think I will put a smite on that.
Oh, go ahead.
Paladin maths.
In the chat, put paladin maths.
Put it in audience. Where's sorry, it's been a while since I've...
That's right. While Zelly is working out their paladin maths, I'd just like to take a moment to say that today's stream is in aid of Take This. There will be a link in chat now to take you to have a look at their website, and also exclamation point charity to go to their to go to the donation page. There we go. And if you are able to make a donation, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Not a fiend or undead, this dragon, is it?
Unfortunately not, no. Can you imagine that? That'd be awesome.
Oh. Next time.
Next
8 points of radiance.
Awesome. So that will take it to... Yep, okay. As you go to make the first stab, you actually connect with your javelin and it pings off. You spin around and joust in again. and you let out this burst of radiant energy as you go into attack, and it doesn't quite stagger, but it doesn't look like it appreciated that attack an awful lot as you watch this radiant energy go over the bagpipes, up the heads, and seemingly leave a yellow spot in the center of their heads. It seems to have done something to them.
So what does the toy maker's radiance look like? Is it, you know,
What does your radiance look? Oh yeah, because it is the toy maker.
Yeah.
The toy maker's radiance is a very, very sickly yellow. Very sickly. It's not radiant yellow. It's a sickly yellow,
Disgusting.
like a booger yellow.
Oh, of course.
Didn't wash his fingers before he put the mark on there.
Anyway, yeah. So that's my attack. Actually, just quickly having a look to see. Yeah, no, I think that's me. as I prepare myself for what's about to come.
Okay, so at the end of Zelly's turn, that will make it Kieran's turn.
Paul, I want to reiterate. Kieran doesn't talk Draconic. They can speak Dragon Turtle. So when they communicate with a dragon, it is like it's a toddler communicating with an adult. It is doable, but it does. It's a very weird, strange toddler dialect making it happen. It's going, "Hi, are you sure that you don't want to fight? We're sorry we got scared. I do want to maybe find some ethical food and stop hurting people's things, and we can help you."
As you say that, all of the heads turn and look towards you, and all of them cock an eyebrow really, really high to the point where it's not actually attached to their heads anymore. They seem to have understood what you've said, but don't seem to understand it.
Friends, not food?
One of the sock gives a very sinister smile, and you can see its very plastic-looking teeth underneath it. Still with a little bit of pig fluff on it.
Oh, I tried. Hunter's Mark, shoot it.
Awesome. Go for a hunter's mark shot.
Cool. Just say that yours. That is a lot. What's my death? Oh, I have a plus 10. Okay, that's a 25.
That
Right,
hits.
let's start. Cool. Not that one. So 8 points of piercing damage for first shot. And then that will also hit, because that's more. 8 points of piercing for the second shot.
Okay, so that is... Yep.
Cool. And then turn around and kind of go to Zally going, "Do you want to go follow my mom instead? She's very nice."
Who is your mum?
Oh, she's an archfey, but she could be a god if she wanted to be. She likes taking care of people and fun games and tricks, but with the ones that don't hurt you. My aunt does the hurting one. My mom's really nice.
That sounds good. I think I was worshipping non-violence, but the toy maker isn't. Possibly.
My mom's all about non-violence, but she is about protection if she has to.
Things are memories are banging into Zelly's head, where, it's almost like some other being is trying to get through to her and going, "You need to remember," and she's like, "Yeah, boss," but also having the toy maker going, "No, stop it.
Stop trying to steal my patrons."
I'm sorry that my parents and my family are more powerful than you. Stop being mean to people.
Did bring you here.
I'm fun and I get to do new weird things. Be nice to people.
You're not playing my game the way I want to play it.
Ow. Okay,
Sorry,
we'll talk about this
Zay.
later. We're talking... Oh, why is there paint?
It tastes like boogers.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible as my mouth fills. I'm like, oh. We'll talk later.
Fight, not friend.
Okay.
Your 2 arrows, I should also say as well that your 2 arrows hit into the sock part of this Hydra, and they pierce in, and stuffing begins to come out, and it lets out a roar as that was quite a bit of damage. Is that the end of your turn, Karen?
That is the end of my turn. I think Chippy is going to go and take the bag of holding off me and just hide in the forest so that they can kind of do like support if needed.
Yeah, Chippy is rather large, could potentially get hurt. Yeah. Okie dokie. So at the end of your turn, that makes it Georgie's turn.
Oh.
Yeah, the Hydra did not roll high.
Good. All right. I guess first things first. Can I pick on something that you gave in your description, which may not be as intended in the game, and so obviously I understand if it is for fluff only and not for thing. You said that one of the heads was a slinky,
yep,
and the other one was a snake in a can style thing.
Yep.
Are either of those made of metal?
It's a toy, so the slinky part would be made of a plasticky type metal.
Plasticky type metal. Would that be good enough for a heat metal?
Would be, yes.
All that you cannot target creatures.
Yeah, that's it. But the loophole that I'm trying to pick on is the manufactured side of things. But yeah, obviously completely down to you. I don't care either way.
We cut above table. We're like, look, toy maker. It's more fun if you let us do this. Come on.
Yes,
and I would say that in this world, everybody is a creature made of different materials. I love the idea of you doing this. What I will say is that there is a spear sticking in the bagpipe that you could do this on, and it cannot.
That's true. Just target the javelin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
So seeing Zelly lob this kind of javelin and is sticking out of the bagpipes, I will therefore start to kind of concentrate on that, and I will be casting heat metal, which for toy version of old Georgie, as previously described with the lance, is very kind of stop motion, kind of clay motion thing. So it's very much like Wallace and Gromit style. You see kind of flames wreathing his hands, made of just blue tack that's been coloured in red. There's the odd fingerprint appears in it every so often, and yeah, then the spear starts being becomes wreathed in a similar kind of claymation effect.
Awesome.
So I guess it says any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when I cast the spell.
Mhm.
Doesn't appear to be any save. So my 2d8 is 8. So yeah, and then I guess you can attempt to stop holding the javelin in your side on your turn. It says, yeah, a Constitution saving throw on your turn. If you don't drop the object, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks till the start of your next turn.
That's fair enough. Going off of the wanting to do it on the slinky bit, I'll say that that the javelin is so embedded that it cannot actually be removed by the Hydra. So it'll be as if it's wearing armor, so you can't remove it. It can't be removed, so therefore it will always take the damage on its turn.
Might be a puncture, or just kind of deflate.
Could be, yeah. You do see some air starting to come out the bagpipe bit.
Cool.
Now, as part of the heat metal, is it when I make the Constitution saving throw is when the disadvantage with attack rolls comes in, or do I have disadvantage as of now?
If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, it must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object. So I guess you take the Constitution saving throw now.
Yep, I'll take that now.
But then if you're saying it can't be dropped...
So I rolled a 14. So, yeah, so no matter what happens, it now continuously has disadvantage on attack rolls against all of you.
Wow.
Yeah, I think my DC. You said you rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Does not beat my DC. So yeah. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks till the start of my next turn.
Awesome. So with it failing, if it could remove the javelin, then it would, but it can't, so it won't.
Sweet. And then I don't have any bonus actions, but I will command Robert the wind-up rat to kind of zip in, and we're going to do a force-empowered rend, please.
Awesome. Make your attack roll, please.
I will. Just gonna have to roll it flat and do one math in my head. 22.
That hits. Roll some damage.
I will.
Rend in the chat audience.
Rend.
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 Well, it's a 1 on a dice, but it's 4 force damage, please.
Awesome. So walks up and sort of, rather than like biting, it just sort of headbutts into this creature. It's more of a tickle to it than a forcible hit, as it were. Is that it for your
That's
turn?
fine. That is my turn indeed.
Okay, so it is now the Toy Hydra's turn, and it will look over all of you. All 3 heads look at you. You are all in a nice sort of clump with each other. You're in a 60-foot cone at least. You watch as the sock head begins this weird, like green mist begins to form in its mouth, and it just breathes all over you, and you are covered in cheesy feet smell. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Chippy will not be included in this because Chippy has moved into the woods. And Roberto is right underneath it, so will also not be included.
That's a 3.
14 for me.
14 for.
Okay. So
12.
12. So we've got 3, 12, 14, and then Karen.
7. I rolled a 10 total.
Okay. Sorry, what was the total?
10.
10. Okay.
I'm really good at this, and I just kind of got confused. I'm like, oh, there's too many people, and we're not
No.
each other well enough for me to get out of space.
As it breathes this cheesy feet smell over all of you, you will take 19 points of acid damage.
Everyone? No one
No one passed. The DC was 15.
Okay, so let's do some maths here. I take 19,
And then you'll also take half of what
and I
Zelly would
take
take.
9 from Zelly, and Zelly only takes 9.
Yeah.
Elliot, I'm just imagining because Karen's kind of made of that Stretch Armstrong material. Maybe you tried to duck out of the way, but your legs stayed put.
Yeah.
That's why you got caught.
Yeah. We still had those 10 temp hit points though as well, right?
Yeah.
That's...
Although the difference is you can actually heal those hit points as well because it's 80, doesn't it? Is that right, Zelly?
It increases your max.
Yeah.
And means you can actually still get temp HP in another way.
Yeah.
But I don't have aid. I'm only an artificer.
I just got notified that we have a recording at 6 o'clock tonight.
Ooh, that's useful to know.
That's useful to know right now, isn't it?
Something like 3 hours in. Good.
So it does acid damage to you, but because of the way I've described it, it's more that the smell is what is doing the damage to you. So you don't take any, you don't physically look injured. It's like you've breathed it in and it's hurting your insides. I don't know if anybody has ever been in a situation where you've been hit with mustard gas. It's like that. It's not very pleasant.
Surprisingly, no.
No,
Very specific knowledge.
no. I mean,
It's not nice.
I abstained from the First World War. I went and hid in a cave for a bit, so no.
It's part of army training.
Okay.
as Lorana
We used to be.
suffers this smelly pain, they speak something in Infernal, and they cast Hellish Rebuke.
Is
Could
that
you please make a dexterity saving throw 12?
I rolled an actual 1 for a 2.
So you're gonna take 13 points of fire damage.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that takes me to that.
Nice.
Okay. And how does your Hellish Rebuke look?
Some bubbles comes around this thing, but this time it's not glitter, it's gunpowder. But no, actually no. Embracing Christmas vibes, a lot of crackers appear and they just pop at the same time.
It recoils at the sound of the crackers, and it recoils at the sort of like the popping noise that hits into its body, and you watch all the heads flail upwards, and does not. Loads of stuffing comes out of the holes that it's already taken. You can see that there is one wound on it that hasn't been caused by all of you, probably caused by the spear that you found earlier, and there's a little bit of stuffing beginning to leak out of the bagpipe.
You got this, Ellie. Kill it.
Thank you. As I look around at the trees, as a pink pony like puts its head round and goes back behind the tree, I was like, "Oh, for the name, you're supposed to be a warhorse."
So that is the Hydra's turn. We go back up to the top of the round, and it is Lorana's turn.
Lorana is going to bonus action healing word. Sally for 6.
Lovely, thank you.
And as I cast a spell on you, you feel compelled to follow my orders as I order you to attack again. So could you please make me another attack against this creature?
Yes, boss, yes I can. Does 26 hit?
26 will hit.
As the lance goes straight up into it for 9 points of piercing.
9 points of piercing, so that takes it to... What? Okay. Pierce into it with your... That's your reaction to do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Anything else on Lorana's turn?
Yes, action, first Eldritch Blast for 16.
16 will hit.
For 1 damage.
Oh, no.
Another 16.
That will hit.
For 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Trending upwards.
Jesus Christ.
I nearly put it
Remind
on.
me why I don't have Agonizing Blast, please. Just remind me.
What feat
Always
did you
take it.
take?
And that's my turn.
Okay, so as you compel Zelly to attack and then fire your 2 Eldritch Blasts, you watch as the slinky head looks like it's about to dip down. Then it picks itself back up and just lets out a roar, and all of this spittle and stuffing comes out of its mouth, stuffing that doesn't belong to itself, and it just sprays all over the floor. It goes to Zelly's turn. You are in base contact with it? Or did you? No, you moved back, didn't you? So yeah.
Lancing.
Yeah.
So with this blocky. I do imagine, yeah, as we said, it's all a bit janky and a bit sticking out, but it still hurts when you stab it. Let's do it. 15.
15 will hit. You will notice that the snot bubble on the green one's head has disappeared from your radiant.
Oh, that's it. That's a shame, because I start with 10 points of piercing, and then it is 3 points of radiant.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you watch as again that mark appears on the head.
And second attack, 16.
Hits.
And that is 8 points of piercing. And you know what? In for a dollar, in for a dime. Second smite.
Go ahead.
14 points of radiant.
Oh, holy hell. Okay. Oh, God. Let's keep almost putting it on the life of the damage you're doing. That would be helpful, but no. You watch as the first strike that you do and the first divine smite causes that mark to appear on the head. And the creature lets out this roar as this stuffing begins to fall out of where you've been stabbing it in the bagpipe. You then pull out and stab in again, and you cause this massive burst of radiant energy to explode across it, going up the head of the snake box head. And as the dot ends on the center of its forehead, the entire head just falls limp to the floor as you kill one of the heads.
I dedicate this murder to the toy maker. Keep fighting! It doesn't like radiant damage.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, that makes it Kayrin's turn.
Cool. 1. Dedicate it to my mom instead. She's really nice.
As the voice in my head was like, nah, don't do that.
Remind me how tall the Hydra monster is?
The Hydra monster is huge, so I would say it is 25 feet tall.
Cool. Okay, work with me here. So, Slinky. A Slinky is technically hollow.
Technically, yes.
Yes, and there is a spear with the metal bit poking into it, but also like a wooden part which isn't being heated to metal because it's not made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Misty Step that allows you to move 30 feet and the ability to run. I would like to be inside the Slinky.
I mean, you could quite easily just run up to the torso, up to the bagpipe bit, and then just teleport inside the slinky bit.
That's what I would
Easily
like.
do that, yeah.
I would like to not be in the clump of the group of people, and also if it tries to attack me, I am 1, surrounded by the cage of the Slinky, which also means it has to, and 2, then it would really try and attack itself.
Yeah. So Misty Step requires you to be able to see the destination you're going in, and the Slinky isn't always extended outwards, but as you move towards it, it goes to extend outwards as it wreaths in pain from the javelin, from the lance in the chest, and you're able to use that opportunity to get yourself within it as it shuts and everybody else can't see you.
Fantastic. So, second question then, with the timer, would I still be able to shoot it from inside the Slinky, or would I have to move and switch to swords?
I would say, as long as you're not trying to like just point down and shoot, and you're like aiming down the throat towards like the roof of the head or down to inside its stomach, then you won't have disadvantage.
Cool. Yeah, so I want to just kind of aim at the something from where I am on this wooden pole, which I've decided I am doing.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, make the attack rolls. Let's say that you're aiming for like the roof of the head, because if you do happen to miss, it'll be funny just to watch an arrow fly out of its mouth.
That's fantastic. I rolled a 27.
Yeah, that hits.
How
I
dare
tell you,
douse him.
if we were playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, they have a rule in place where if you roll 10 over the AC of the creature, you crit it. You would have all crit it like 7 times by now.
Okay, so my first one, that is 8 points of piercing.
Awesome.
And then my
It is looking bloodied, by the way. I should have pointed that out earlier. Or it is looking fluffied.
And my second shot is a 26, and that is a 14 points of piercing.
Ooh, okay, right. So as you... this is interesting. As you fire... Hang on, I need to work out what that is. As you fire these 2 arrows towards where the head is, the first one sails up. You think you've missed, but you hear the creature groan and moan, and its neck extends outwards, and you can just see your friends as you balance on 2 of the slinky bits and then fire a second arrow. This second arrow, as the creature has lifted its head up, you can see right where the softest bit of tissue is that leads to its brain. You fire the arrow up, it goes straight into that pit, and you feel yourself fall as the head slams to the floor and you roll out of its mouth as you've killed that head.
Superhero pose out of it. And just thumbs up. I'm dedicating this to my mommy.
Could you, for the fun of it, roll me a D100, please?
Oh gosh. Karen fucks around and then finds out.
Toymaker hates mummies. Mummies make you go to bed early.
I haven't decided which one's the 10 and which one's the 100.
Oh gosh.
Go for the low one.
45.
45, okay. So you feel a warm feeling within your chest. And Zelly, you feel something brush your shoulder briefly and then disappear.
Oh heckins.
Yeah.
Don't know what that means.
Don't know. Cool. That's it. I want to make it clear that while all of this is happening, Chippy has been going around and shepherding the pigs to a place of safety.
Pigs are
Just in
safe
case
place.
it comes up.
Just in case. They're just randomly jumping around. You can see them in the tree line, just hopping up over the foliage a little bit and then disappearing as Chippy's trying to keep them down.
Got some rope out the bag of holding, and he's kind of making some little pig harnesses.
He's pulled, but somehow Chippy managed to forest some of the crayon fences and has started making a picket fence around the pigs.
Flashback as we see in every scene, Chippy has just been taking things.
Chippy's been stealing things as we've been going.
Yeah.
Chippy's never experienced being this big before, so he's able to actually take big things. Okay, so is that the end of Karen's turn?
Yeah, that's us. We're done.
Awesome. So that makes it Georgie's turn.
Nice. So I am going to run into the fray because I believe Zelly's in there. I don't know if you would allow me to count Robert as an ally, or if Kieran's within 5 foot of where I would end up.
Everybody, even Robert would be within, or Robert, sorry, would be
Robert,
within 5 feet of it. As it is a creature that can attack, I'd say it would count as an ally.
Cool.
Same as Lily's there, and Kieran's come out of the mouth. Even though the head is dead, it's still classed as part of the creature. So,
just for boring rule stuff, because my pariah shield gives me an extra bonus for every 2 allies. So I think I can hopefully count at least an extra +1, should it matter. But yes, well, okay. The first thing I'm going to do is just while running in, use my bonus action to heat that metal again.
Awesome. I will make the Constitution saving throw.
And I will roll the 2 d8s.
That's good. That's better. I rolled a 23 that time.
That's worse. I rolled a 7. You beat my DC, so I think that must mean that you are able to kind of pop the javelin out somehow.
Yeah, I would say that the javelin moves slowly. Like you can feel this, you can see that the stuffing is beginning to push it out. But again, it's not going to, in this combat at least, it's not going to come out of it. So it will still have disadvantage on any attacks that it makes.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with that.
I'm nice.
Cool. So, and then as I run in, I do have multi-attack, so I will, as he's running, Georgie gets the sledgehammer that he normally uses for driving pegs into, like when they're putting up a tent, if they're taking a show on the road. However, the toy version would actually just be like maybe this particular brand of toy. One of these turtle figurines has an optional has a bow staff, and someone's just sculpted a warhammer head on the end of it. And yeah, he's going to just kind of draw that off his back and go in for a wallop.
Okey-dokey. Make me some attackios.
I've got a shield, so this is one-handed. That's only a 14.
14 misses, unfortunately.
Thought as much.
Well, hits into it, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
The second one was a 15.
15 is exactly what you need to hit it.
Cool. So I kind of get a soft bit, doesn't seem to do anything, and then just kind of with takes a bit bigger wind up and just wallops in.
You decide to wallop into the javelin that's already embedded in and embed it even further.
Yes, it's for driving tent poles in. I need to hit the tent pole.
Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately, the damage wasn't that great, but I mean, I'll take driving a javelin into its side more. That's only 2 points of wallop damage. I feel like there was more. I think I've just got to remember what I can do with my reaction. That's the main thing.
Mhm.
And then Robert is going to also do a force empowered rend, please.
Okie dokie do. Make me that attackio.
Ooh, that is so much better than me. 20 non-natural.
That hits.
Yep. Just should be applying all of my bonuses to Robert. Oh, no, I shouldn't. One on the dice again, so it's 4 force damage.
4 force damage. That takes that.
Yes.
Let me just work out.
But I've rolled a 1 on the dice each time for the just kind of draws back and then just let go. The wind up toy just kind of into the side again.
And as the wind up toy manages to find its way to hit into a stuffing part, a part that's already been sort of speared at by Zelly, you watch as the sock head lifts up in the air, roars in pain, and then goes to slump down onto all of you, unfortunately. So I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from anybody that is within 20 feet of this creature, please. So Karen won't have to roll because you're near a different head. So this would be Zelly, Robert, and Georgie, please. And Lorana is nowhere near it either.
Right. Well,
That's an 8.
that's an 11 for me.
Mhm.
And Robert is so much more dexterous in this form. 20 non-natural for Robert.
Wow. Okay, so Robert is able to dodge out of the way. However,
Still had a bit of zip in him, just carried on through.
hits into it, and then like the toys do when they hit into something, they move to the side and then start going off in a different direction. With that, you will both take, as the sock lands on top of you both, you will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage each.
Zelly won't. I'm going to take that damage with my Sentinel shield.
Okay. So Zelly takes no damage, and Georgie takes 10.
Oh, I thought it was 20 because I take the damage. I take both of our damage.
Sorry, yeah, you would take 20 then. Yeah, sorry.
So, how much damage to Sally?
Nothing.
None now because Georgie blocked it, but you are both restrained underneath this sock.
Protect your
because-
frontliners.
And because of the smell of it, you are going to take a d6 of acid damage every turn.
I've been in the gym with that situation. It's not fun.
No.
People.
All three
Thank you.
heads are dead. However, combat is still going,
Mhm.
as the body seems to still be alive.
Mhm. Does that mean it's its turn? Because that's Robert's turn done.
Yes, so it is now the Hydra's turn.
Mhm.
The mark on the sock's head expires, and the mark is no longer there. You can feel, though, or not feel, more see. This is Karen and Lorana. You can both see that there is moving around within the bagpipe as if something is trying to push out, but is unable to at this time. So that ends its turn basically, and puts it to the top of the round, which is Lorana's turn.
So, sorry, could you repeat the situation with the thing? So
So-
it's just not moving.
The heads aren't moving. Both Zelly and Georgie are under the sock head. and the bagpipes are moving as if there's something inside trying to push out.
That is not. Well, what is Karen?
Karen is right in front of one of the dead heads in a superhero pose.
It's hard to be a cleric. Sally didn't receive any damage this turn, right?
No, that was all blocked by Georgie. Well, Georgie took damage instead.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts, because that's what I do.
Okay.
And I will approach for the spell to see what's the thoughts inside of this thing.
Okay, so you cast Detect Thoughts and you walk closer to the Hydra's bagpipe body, and you can sense at least 6 minds within it. And if you were, because you can understand the language if you push in, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's draconic, and you can sense, all you can hear is "let me out, let me out, let me out," being repeated 6 times. Every time that something pushes, it's going, "Let me out, let me out, let me out."
I'm gonna send a message to one of them. Are you in danger, or are you the danger?
The body stops and it goes, "We're not the danger."
Inside check.
You can inside check that.
Inside. Nice. 17.
Oh, that beats my 16. They're lying. 100% lying.
Fine. So I think that is my action. So bonus action. But I cast a spell already. Guys, we still have enemies inside. Kill them. Bonus action. The tentacle is still around. So the tentacle is gonna smash the body that is still left there. Oh, no good. 10.
10 unfortunately misses as it slaps into the body and just sort of bounces off of it.
And that's it.
Okay. At the end of Lorana's go, it is Zelly's turn. Zelly, you are currently restrained and grappled basically underneath this sock. You can make a strength check to try and get out, athletics check to try and get out, but you will take 1d6 of smelly feet damage, which we're masquerading as acid damage. You take 5, which will be halved. So, Lorana, you'll get the whiff of smelly feet under your nose as you'll take 2 points of damage, and Zelly, you'll take 2.
Yeah, might as well get out of the restraint. So acrobatic? No,
Athletics.
Right?
Athletics, yeah.
Athletics. 16.
16, yeah. So you lift and wiggle your way out and then just let the sock or head fall to the floor. You are now free.
Also, sort of do the thing about oh, there's my lance.
Yep. Sorry, didn't just grab that.
Yeah, just stinky. What did you? There's you. To Lorana, you say there's still something out there, right?
Yes, and they are able. Well, they're aggressive.
Right. So like again, dull hand, but trying to point. I'm like, so I think like generally trying to get like the vicinity of like.
I will allow anybody to make a nature check, a free nature check. Wouldn't take any actions or anything.
Even from under the thing.
Even from under the thing, yeah, you can still hear what's going on. So
Under the thing.
Under the
Under
thing.
the thing.
6. I'm still like, oh, so stinky.
16.
16. Okay. What did Kavrin get? You are muted.
You're still muted.
You're still muted.
I was doing some really nice harmonies to Under the Thing, and now they've been.
Oh,
Oh,
lost to the ether.
Darn it. Tuesdays to sing, I don't get them. Dirty 20.
dirty 20. Zelly, what did you roll?
It was a 6.
6. Okay. And Lorana, what did you roll for nature?
I mean, I'm really stupid, but I still gonna roll. A 4.
A 4. Okay, so Karen and Georgie, now that you know this creature is a Hydra, you both know that typically when a head dies on a Hydra, 2 more will sprout out of in place of where that one head was. There are certain things that you can do to prevent that. Game mechanics wise, certain damage types will prevent a head from popping out. Normally, though, when all of the heads are killed, the Hydra dies. Doesn't seem to be the case with this one.
Was it my action to get out from under the restraint?
Yeah, action to get out.
Cool. Let's have a little. If I can use my bonus. Okay. I think it's sort of like I'm like, okay. My lance starts glowing. This is me casting Branding Smite, ready for the next attack. To be like, okay. So we've done the nice thing, like me and Lorana have been doing that, like, click. That's where it is. Boomf, and it lights up with the smelly yellow light, and then also slightly flickers. Goes more like fey colours and flickers back, and I'm like, that is a later problem. I will discuss that later. So that is my bonus, and yeah, that's still got my reaction. So
Yep.
let's see where this goes.
Awesome. So at the end of Zelly's turn, that makes it Karen's turn.
You come up to it, and switch to whistle, and just kind of poke it and go, are you going to come and make friends, or do we have to kill you? I don't want to have to kill you. I'd rather talk things out and come to a peaceful resolution, even if everyone's made of weird toy stuff.
What?
It's all weird here.
Even though you can't see the lifted eyebrow, you feel that there's a lot of things inside there that are lifting their eyebrows up at you.
Just gonna poke it. Come on!
Yeah.
Verbally respond.
They don't seem to respond. They're still trying to get out.
Fine. Just gonna walk away, and then just go shoot it.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Look, I tried to come to a peaceful resolution, and it only works if both sides are perfectly happy to go and just engage with the process. That is a 25.
25 will hit.
Uh, 4 points of piercing on that one.
Yep.
And then that's a 21. 10 points of piercing on the second one.
Ooh, that is... So where you just happen to stab this Hydra, like trying to get it to talk to you, your sword left a small little scratch in the bagpipe. And as you move back and just fire 2 arrows, you fire the first one that goes straight into that slight slit, and the second one pierces the first arrow, almost bullseye Robin Hood style, and forces it right in, causing a gaping hole to erupt inside of it. And you can see fluff and stuffing beginning to come out of it, and you get, for the briefest second, a little googly eye that appears at the side and then disappears and starts poking at the top. There are heads trying to get out of this thing.
Might as well come to us. We're better at fighting than you, and we want to have a peaceful resolution. You might as well just surrender.
It would be your knowledge with the roll that you rolled before that this creature is not intelligent enough to... It understands what you're saying in terms of, like, what you're saying, but it can't process the idea of peace, fight, death sort of thing. Survival is what it is basing its actions on.
Oh, it's a dumb animal. It might be rabid.
Unfortunately. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Awesome. Georgie, you are underneath. You will take 1d6 of smelly feet damage.
Cool.
4.
4.
Yes.
I am going to use... It's my turn, so I get my reaction back. Do I want to use it on this? It's not good enough. No, I'm not gonna absorb that, so I will just take 4. I'm not looking healthy. Yeah, okay, so I've got to make a strength athletics to get out from under.
Yep.
That is a natural 1.
Ooh.
I am stuck under here. So I'm just going to sit here under my Hydra blanket, and I'm going to continue heating that spear with my bonus.
Yep. Oh, should have got you to roll a Constitution save on that. On that 20 damage that you took. So it'd be 10.
That is a good point. I rolled an 18.
Yeah, you're fine.
Plus 6. So yeah, done. Good. Might have liked it the other way around, but never mind. Yeah, I will just continue concentrating. So if you can make that Constitution check.
Indeed, that is a 12. So I'll fail that time, but I take the 2d8 either way.
You do. Which I think is better, 12.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let me just work out quick math in my head. That takes us that. Okay. It does not look very happy. Looks like it's on its last legs.
Oh, nice.
It's on its last turtle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, there's not a lot else I can do if I can't crawl out from under it. So I think Robert's just going to go wind back for another thump.
Go ahead.
I will. That's not going to do much. That's a 14.
14 unfortunately misses as it just runs into the bagpipe and almost gets stuck underneath it.
Oh, Robert.
Boo. All right. Yeah, that's my lot, unfortunately.
Okay, next is the Hydra's turn. The Hydra, you watch as the heads begin to sort of trying to push out silence. And Georgie will feel this first as you feel a vibration reverberate down the head that you're stuck under. At the end of its turn, the Hydra stands up on all 4 of its legs, freeing Robert, and all of the 3 dead heads all split in half as 2 more heads burst out of each. 6 Hydra heads are all floating there, looking towards all of you. There are 2 sock heads, 2 slinky heads, and 2 of the snake heads. That is, however, its turn, because it says that happens at the end of its turn. You do watch as some of the stuffing begins to sort of knit itself back together as this happens. Yes.
How about no?
How about no? I can't work out math in my head. I just did it. There we go. So that takes us back to the top of the round, and it is Lorana's turn.
I feel like Sally doesn't have... How much damage has Sally taken last turn? None.
No. The head wasn't able to do anything other than... the Hydra wasn't able to do anything other than burst more heads out.
So, aiming to optimize my resources, I'm going to cast Healing Word on...
Georgie looks very injured and is now free from the head because the old sock head has been split in half, so Georgie's now free. So you can see.
Yeah, but it seems like they use their reaction for their. I mean, they have a use for their reaction.
I didn't use my reaction, if that's what you're asking. Or the Hydra did.
Yeah, but you have other uses for it, right?
I do have other uses for it.
So I'd rather use Karen to make an attack. So I'm gonna heal Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Four. 7, and you feel compelled to follow my orders as I ask you politely to attack this Hydra.
It's such a polite command. It's like, would you kindly hit that thing? You're like, okay, boss.
You're
You're
Karen
muted.
again.
Were you humming again?
Just ask. I was going to do it anyway. Okay, that's a 26.
That hits.
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And then pew 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 Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Pew pew pew. Go ahead.
10 to hit.
Yep. Doesn't hit,
8 to
unfortunately.
hit.
And that doesn't hit, unfortunately, either. You try to time your strikes at the same time as Karen's, but Karen's are so precision that you miss the timing, and your shots sort of circle around the heads and disappear off into the distance. You hear it. You hear off in the distance. Oh, bloody hit me!
That's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, that makes it Zeddy's turn.
We've just wounded like the last unicorn. He's like, right my neck. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. First attack, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That was with the 17 piercing, as I got a 12 on the dice.
Nice.
17 piercing, and because I had the smite set up, 9 points of radiance.
Ooh, okay, so that is that. As you strike into it, you watch as the glow sort of forms its way onto one of the sock heads, and the glow is different this time. It's got that sickly colour, but it's also got a bit of a fey element to it, and it looks like the two divine powers are fighting for each other.
So second attack with the lance, 9. I think in world I'm also like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But you do watch as one of the snake heads falls to the floor as you did enough damage to kill it.
I give it like a little kick with my boot. Like, no,
Just
stay down.
This Hydra looks very scared as well now. You can get the sense that it is frightened.
Weirdly, like Zelly fully taking on her thing. She's like, yeah, Dragon Slayer. This is a confidence that Zelani never got in the real world. She's like, yeah, I am a good knight. Okay, so that's my 2 attacks. Still got my reaction. Yeah, so.
Okay, now we move to Karen's turn. Karen, could you please roll me the D100 from your last turn first, compared before your attacks and all that?
15.
Okay. Karen, you can very physically feel Mother's presence here, right now, and she is hovering around Zelly.
Ooh.
Hi. She seems kind of in need of guidance. Could maybe her and also reel her if you can find her?
You get a sense of she will do what she can. Feels like this version might be the priority first.
That makes sense, because she is real to herself and that's what's important.
And you all watch as the sky darkens and it begins to rain heavily. And if you were to look up into the sky, you can see 2 very angry pairs of eyes looking down at you as the toy maker is not happy with what is happening. Now, Karen, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna go and try and do a thing. Remember, I can't do the thing right now because it's a different me. And I'm going to go and activate my psychic strikes, and so add a different d6 and shoot it. I'm really good at this.
Yeah, your toy body is a little bit different to your physical body.
It is. Okay, the first one is a 15, which I think misses.
15 is exactly what you need to hit.
Oh, okay, cool. That is going to be, I can re-roll that one. Thank God for that's the exact same as well. Okay. 3 piercing, 3 psychic.
Awesome. So that's 6 damage in total. So that takes it to a bit. Yep.
Oh, second shot is a 28.
That hits.
Cool. That is a 12 piercing, 6 psychic.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, that just like, what?
Oh.
12, did you say 12 piercing, 6 psychic? So 18 in
Yes.
total. Okay,
18
so that
total.
takes me to... And you watch as one of the slinky heads falls down and dies. Even though you weren't attacking it, for some reason you were hitting the torso, and then one of the heads just went and crashed down.
Excellent. I know where like all of the pressure points in the body and how they relate to other parts of the body. So that's my go. For Chippy's go, Chippy's got the bag of holding. We were informed that the bag of holding has healing potions in it.
Yes.
So Chippy's going to come back from dealing with the pigs and take out a healing potion and feed it to Georgie.
Okay. So you go over and it's like one of those, you know, the toy babies that come with the milk bottles. It's like one of them. So you give that to Georgie.
As a giant squirrel picks up and like, there you go.
I think so Chippy's going to try and use his own action to do it, so Georgie doesn't have to waste some time. But it's just going to cradle him up and just lift him onto his feet and just feed him.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. Because Chippy is the one using their action to feed it to Georgie. Georgie, you'll get the full healing, so 10 hit points.
Thank you very much.
Because it's a standard healing potion.
And then we'll duck up and go back into the trees.
Awesome.
Dartrail is just standing staring at the pigs, and you're like, look at you just jumping around, idiots. Does a little bit jumping himself. He's like, not that I'm having fun or anything.
Georgie, it's your turn. You're currently being cradled, or you were being cradled by Chippy, but you're now stood up with one of these health potions in your mouth.
Just. Oh, all right. Okay, as Ellie says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or try and make it more broken. I don't know. I'm going to hit me with my hammer. I'm going to carry on trying to drive this javelin back in and just wallop the tent peg.
Okie dokie.
Oh, the first one is a non-natural 20.
That hits.
For 8 points of bludgeoning.
Nice.
And then I'll wallop it again. Yeah, that's better. 19 that time.
That hits.
Better in the sense that I'm actually hitting things. For 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And I will concentrate on the. I should have done a concentration check. Actually, thinking about it. So let me just roll that. So it was 4 points of acid damage, and I took the lot. But the minimum DC for a concentration check is 10, right?
Yes.
I rolled 10. I rolled a 4 on the dice, and I got a +6.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, but that was close. Okay. Then I will, do the 2d8 fire damage.
I won't worry about the Constitution save because I can't remove it, and that's the only thing that it does means I have to drop something. So I won't worry. Won't worry with that.
Well, that is 6 points of Bernie Hurty.
And in your turn, you have done exactly enough damage to kill one of the other heads as the other one of the other poppy up heads just falls to the floor. Basically, you need to deal 20 points of damage to it in one turn to kill a head.
Nice. Right. Well, following me will be Robert. So another wind back and then a force-empowered rend, please. I think that's what went wrong last time. I don't think I said force-empowered rend, and that's clearly the magic word.
Ah,
Yeah, 24.
yeah, that hits. That's exactly what you needed
Rules.
to say, is what I mean. Not AC wise. Its AC didn't suddenly jump up to 24.
For 8 points of force-empowered rend damage.
You're hitting. Robert runs into one of the plastic legs that are holding up the bagpipes and causes a massive crack to surge up it. The remaining heads wail in pain. Is that the end of your turn?
That is everything that I can do, yes.
Awesome. At the start of the Hydra's turn, you watch as the body begins to move again, as things keep trying to push out. You notice that every time that something tries to push out, the mark that is on its head from Zelly's smite shines as if it's stopping it from happening, as if radiant damage prevents heads from being grown. I would like for Lorana to roll me a d6, please.
Oh, D6?
A d6, please, yes. I'd like to see if it recharges its breath now that it has heads. What did you roll? 2. Thank God for that. Okay. That does not. The recharge is 4 to 6. That does not recharge one of its heads. So it is going to look scared towards all of you, and it is going to has 3 heads left. 3 bite attacks. The first bite attack is going to be against Karen. The second will be against Zelly, and the third will be against Georgie, as you're all within range of it. So these will all be with disadvantage because of the
The burning
heat
thing.
metally thing. So the first one will be this is against Zelly, an 11 to hit, which I don't think will hit. Nope. The second is against Karen, which is going to be one was dirty 20, but the other was natural 1, so that's not going to hit. And then against Georgie, that is going to be a 12 to hit.
No in it.
Okay, so as it tries to bite down on all 3 of you, it's not getting anywhere with it. So it is in survival mode. It is going to try and flee. Anybody who's in range of it can try and make a ranged attack against it.
Oh, it's
not a ranged attack. Not a ranged attack. Opportunity attack is what I was meant to say.
Sure. It's a 9.
9 unfortunately misses.
23.
23 hits.
For a healthy 9 points of bludgeoning.
Nice. Okay, so as you hit into this creature, Karen, are you able to make a... Do you want to make a melee opportunity attack against it?
I'm too far away.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I should be vaguely somewhere between close and 30 feet.
Okay,
According to how far those necks can stretch, but
okay, that's fair
might be
enough.
far away.
And then it moves 30 feet away towards the tree line. That's the end of its turn. Lorana, it is your turn. Top of the round.
Let's continue. I don't have much to do, or do I? That's a bonus action. Kill. I need to. Interesting. Same old. Healing word to Karen. For 7. And could you please help me kill this thing?
You're muted.
That's fine. I'm thinking about 2 points of healing to my max now because I don't need to do it.
Nice. Are you doing the compelled thing again on Karen?
Yeah. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Well, I think because I need to activate the psychic strikes on my round, so it's without it. So that's just 7 points of piercing.
Awesome.
Pew, Eldritch Blast.
Okay, 2 Eldritch Blast. Make your attack rolls.
7.
You need to say force empowered rend. That's what we found.
Oh, that did. Oh.
So, Karen.
Okay, next time I'm gonna go for Toll of the Dead. Whatever. That's my turn. Thank
Kieran?
you.
How would you like to do this?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't hit because he's dead already.
You have the aid for flavor text. We'll say that you have the aid of the 2 Eldritch Blasts to help you.
I think there's just so much debris kind of going on from all of this fighting, and I want to make that position short so the Eldritch Blast come and just blast all of that debris out the way for me to give me that perfect shot to where there's that hole in the bagpipe, and I use that space in the air and just let that arrow fly and kind of right into it.
So with the Hydra moving away, it's causing all of this dirt and trees to just erupt around it and causing all of this stuff to sort of almost block your perfect shot. And as Lorana fires their 2 Eldritch Blasts, missing the intended target, but clearing the debris in order for you to get the cleanest of shots off, it flies through right into right where the spear, the javelin is from, because this creature was moving backwards away from you, goes right into where the spear was, and the spark that ignites off of the heat metal and your arrow causes that entire front section of it to just explode, covering all of you in fluff and stuffing as the creature falls limp to the floor. That is combat over.
Okay.
Well done, everybody. You are all able, because we're getting towards the end of our time now, I think we've run over a little bit, but you are able to take the pigs back to Donald, who on your ship are in a bottle. You're able to give the pigs back. You notice that one stray goblin from before is on the farmstead and is beginning to pull the bodies of his friends into pits and starting to bury them. And Donald is actually helping. And you can see that this goblin is not very, looks like it's crying. It's got like little green tears coming down its eyes, and Donald is helping to bury. You can, if you wish to choose to help bury the dead, you can.
Yeah.
But eventually you'll all make your way back to the town. Mayor Stuffstack is ecstatic that you've slayed the creature. There is a big party that is had, and just as you're all celebrating, a portal opens and a rather angry looking kobold is stood there. Looks like he's got a bit of a hump at the minute, and you can see that there is a couple of figures stood around. One looks to be a tanuki, the other is looks to be some sort of dragon looking man, and the other one is another version of Georgie. And they're like, "Oh, there you are, Kevin, come on, we've got to go back to Alton Towers."
Oh, I was doing a side quest.
And you can see that Tony's got a silver key in her hand, and he's smacking the kobold on the back of the head, telling him off for letting you go off on your own. And as you go through the portal, you would think the presence of your mother would leave with you, but it doesn't. It seems to stay and hover around Zelly for a little bit. Zelly, you have a choice to make. Would you like to keep with the toy maker, or would you like to go against the toy maker and have a new patron / oath?
I mean, she seems lovely. Seems more akin to what Zelly would be about, yeah. So I turn coat on the universe. Yeah.
No, I don't like this. Why does everybody have to ruin my things? I tell you what, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm going to get all of you. You hear the toy maker in the sky cry.
Shut up.
As Kairin goes back to the real world, we will leave our story there. However, one last thing. As Kairin is somebody who can go to and from the multiverse and can step into this world and become a toy, each of you are connected to real life versions of yourself, and each of your real life forms have had this dream. So, I mean, that just begs the question: where are they, Zelly? Where is your real life form at the moment? What are they doing? Where are they resting while they have this dream?
Real world Zeleny, the Green Knight, secret paladin Eldaf, who is not a combative god, but sometimes you need to fight the good fight. She had been sent to resolve pretty much like what I said at the beginning, where it was like, it wasn't jelly beans, it was a town was arguing about money that they'd found in a grave, and so Zeleny had come in and gone, you shouldn't be grave robbing in the first place. And that was the thing where they beat her up, and then she came back in her full armor, and they were like, oh no, it's an actual paladin. So she had basically standing on a table going, all of you will listen to me, knock it off, or I am going to be so... And they were like, ugh. So basically she had had a very uncomfortable night in the inn, as again, they tried to kill her while she was sleeping. So Star Trail, also a fully grown horse, was sleeping in the room with her. So yeah, she'd fallen asleep, like leant against the door as people tried to come in and kill her, and she's like, so wakes up on the floor with a horse lying next to her.
Awesome.
You know, good, wholesome fun in the life of Zeleny, the Green Knight.
Is she traveling on her own? Just her and obviously Star Trail.
Oh God, yeah. You know, Zeleny doesn't make friends. You know, that's a terrible fate. I think I described it like have gun will travel, that she finishes her job, she goes on to the next town. Eldaf has actually quite a lot in her life. Every time she goes by a pond, just sees like a watery farm up going, yeah, you're doing God's own work here. But no, she's always by herself, apart from the best horse in the multiverse.
So that means then, Lorana, where are you really at the minute, and what are you doing while you're resting? Like, what location are you in?
So I think I don't really know where Lorana is, but she's in a ship in somewhere in the South Sea, so really south from Candleskip, and they are sleeping on the hammock. There is a storm. They can handle all the movement, but then there is this lightning ball that makes the ship rumble, and they wake up. They catch the breathing after this very confusing dream with potential friends to meet afterwards, and they receive a message from a familiar voice. Is one of their siblings, and the message goes, hey Blue Mane, I'm looking for you. I just arrived into Candleskip. Lots of love, Grey Mane. That's it.
Awesome. And old Georgie, where are you really? What are you up to?
I mean, old Georgie's a creature of habit, not one for taking off on adventures unless absolutely forced to. So old Georgie is at home, would be waking up for another day at the theatre at the Savoy. Just in Waterdeep, just wakes up. Probably used to fairly weird dreams given the diet of sausage ice cream and sausage popcorn and all of the various things that just get comped at the theatre. We'll stick his trousers and his cap on and his red scarf, and then slide down his Sweeney Todd-esque barbershop slide that he uses to get down from his second floor.
Nice. And finally, I know I've already said that Karen has been whisked back off to Walton Towers with the rest of his party, from Trust and Glass. However, what are you doing right now? Now what part of Alton Towers have you gone to? For those who don't know, within the Roll Together Universe's version of Faerun, there is a town called Alton, which is very far to the north, and there is a theme park there that is called Alton Towers.
I think Kieran's just gone and spent some time on some of the roller coasters, enjoying some of the thrills. At the moment, he's just kind of got off, and he's kind of got some paper, a notepad and some paper, and he's just making a list of all the people he met in Toyworld and what he knows about them and where they think they can find them. And at the end of the list, it's Weird Georgie, Savaloy Theatre, Waterdeep.
Take that off, and you just hear your auntie in your head just saying to you, oh, yeah, I agree, yeah, that's good, yeah, it'll be good. But then you hear another voice in your head. Another voice. How many voices do you have in your head? I don't know, but this is a soft, calming voice, a voice that you recognize. It's your mother's voice, and she just says to you, darling, thank you for bringing me to that wonderful world. I've managed to recruit your friend, but I've had a look around and I don't like what the toy maker's doing. I think we might need to free that world. Would you like to begin gathering a team to take down the toy maker?
The look on Karen's face, really sweet and pleasant, but the hint of just causing a little bit of chaos and sabotage for a good cause, and you can see like they are very fey. And it's just like, yes.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I apologize if it's gone over. It has gone over. I apologize for it going over. I apologize to my players as well, because it's very late at the time that we are recording. But thank you for joining us for tonight's show. If you have enjoyed tonight, we do play D&D every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. UK time. You can also join us on Fridays, again from 6 p.m. UK time, for some new things that we have not yet revealed, because it's not New Year yet. If you'd like to... All of our shows, are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. Each of our characters, that our players have played, are characters that have appeared previously. So if you'd like to go to our wiki page and look up the characters, you can see what games they're in, and then you could go to our YouTube page and watch them if you'd like. There are also podcast versions if you prefer to listen to it while you're on the move. You can go on any of the podcast providers by searching Roll Together RPG. There's a massive thank you as well to our D20 Club on Patreon. There'll be a link in chat to go visit them if you'd like to. They are amazing. They help us keep the lights on here and help us do all of the stuff that we do. Again, there'll be another link that will appear in chat now for the Take This charity. If you are able to donate, please do. They do some absolutely great work. We're going to go raid into the next stream, the next streamers on the list. So stick around and be ready for some more fun and TTRPG-ness. Big thanks again to our sponsors and supporters, and don't forget that we are all over social media as Roll Together RPG. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and see you again soon. Bye!